Ho 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 ho! Ho 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 ho! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Good day, YouTube! And welcome to another episode of Beer Dweebs United. Yes, it is Beer Dweebs United time, people. Beer Dweebs United time. I'm just sitting down here with my beers. I'm putting my beers down, and we are going to get going. Gonna get chatting. Send out some invites. We'll see if anyone ends up joining. Don't know if they will or not. Okay, I know which microphone's working now. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go now. Go now. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Not much beer news to talk about. I don't even care to talk about it tonight. We'll talk about some of it though. A bunch of new breweries that have opened up since the last time we actually did BDU, because it's been a while. A few different things in the news that I want to talk about. And then we'll get to just chatting like usual, chatting about beer, chatting about TV, movies, whatever. Again, if you guys want in, send me an email, send me a Facebook message, send me a text. However, a lot of you know how to get a hold of me. I will get you the link to join. You know it's open. Good day to you, Mr. Angus Wangus. How are you? Mr. I'm never going to come because my car broke the last time I tried to go to see you. No, so yeah, again, if anyone wants in, just let me know. We'll quickly hit up some of this new stuff and go from there. Yeah, there's some intriguing things that have happened over the last little while. What is there? I'm going to turn off the camera while I read some of this stuff because, you know, this is what you guys get. And as much as the people that are used to me are okay with that, not everybody is. Good day, Jason Voorhees. Mr. Angus Wangus. Yeah, I'm probably going to be sitting around my house all day tomorrow. I have to clean and walk the dogs. Other than that, I'm not doing anything. Fermentation program. Good day. How are you? Fermentation project, I mean. Yeah, like I said already, if anyone wants to join, just get a hold of me one way or another, because I won't post the join link in the public chat until we go offline. And once we go offline, as you all know, everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome now, too. I just don't make the link completely public. I'll send it to you if asked for it. You have to get a way for me to get it to you because of the fact that Google Plus doesn't fucking work properly anymore. First and foremost, though, we got some news about advent calendars. Now, if you guys ordered the advent calendar from Calgary's, the Calgary Craft Brew guys there, it should be in Ontario sometime this week. It was $140. Now, you also have a German brewer's advent calendar now available in select provinces. A mixed case of premium German beers is the latest addition to the selection of beer advent calendars available in Canada this year. The German Brewer's Advent Calendar is available in Ontario in a case of 244 by 355 milliliter bottles that can be ordered online via the LCBO website. An alternative version containing 24 500 milliliter cans is available in Nova Scotia via the NSLC, and in Alberta, where retailers can order it via Liquor Connect. So there you go. There's that. That's intriguing information. If you like advent calendars, it's there. Next bit of info we have here. A whole bunch of breweries that have opened up. So, Souk Brewing, opening next week in Souk, BC, a brewery and taproom that has been in the works for more than 2 years. And, you know, that's nothing. And you look at, like, Indie Ale House, who was in the works for years and years and years, has announced it will be launching next week in Souk, BC. As reported by Souk News, the Souk New Mirror, Souk Brewing Company will be opening its doors to the public on Monday, November 20th. So it opened 2 days ago. The $2 million facility features a brewhouse, retail store, and 25-seat taproom. That's not a big taproom for a $2 million investment, whatever. With a 30-seat patio to be opened next summer. Founded by local businessman Carl Scott and 4 partners, Souk will be opening with a lineup of 4 beers that include a Vienna Lager, a IPA, an oatmeal stout, and a Belgian blonde. All available by the glass in flights and in growlers to go. Well, I mean, you have a lager, which you usually need to have. Okay. You have an IPA, which you now need to have. Okay. You have a stout for a dark beer. I probably wouldn't have went with a Belgian blonde myself, since you already have a lager going. I probably would have. I don't even know what I would have went with then. Maybe a saison for the for your Belgian thing, or maybe a red. Maybe a red, a light. I don't know what I'd go with, but I probably wouldn't have done 2 blondes right off the bat myself. Next one. The finalists are named, and voting is now open for the Phillips 2018 Benefit Brew. Phillips Brewing has named the shortlist of nominated charities for Phillips Benefit Brew 2018, and voting is now open to select which organization will have the fundraising beer brewed in their honor. The 20 charities in the running, 10 in British Columbia, 10 in Alberta, and the beer style that will be brewed for them should they win include British Columbia, then the Nature Trust of British Columbia with a Russian Imperial Stout, the Habitat Acquisition Trust with a coffee stout. I kind of like that one, not for the charity as much as for which beer it was. Wolf Awareness with a Belgian Golden Ale, Together Against Poverty Society with a Smash Ale, Rare Disease Foundation with a Toasted Buckwheat Brown Ale, which is another one that sounds really intriguing. H.R. Macmillan Space Center with a West Coast ESB. The Eat Art Foundation with a Belgian Apricot Wit. The BC SPCA with a Honey IPA. The Victoria Film Festival with an alt beer. And the Power to Be with an Ancient Grain Pale Ale. I'm going to tell you this right now, okay? The charities that I would have supported the least have the coolest beer styles going. For Alberta, the Yamasuka Wolfing Sanctuary with a West Coast ESB, the Alberta Conservatory Association with a Toasted Buckwheat Brown Ale. So these are the same beers, just a different thing. Knight's Cabin with the Honey IPA, Red Deer Museum and Art Gallery with the Belgian Golden Ale, Citadel Theatre with the Coffee Stout, Art Gallery of Alberta with the Ancient Grain Ale, Calgary Wildlife Rehabilitation Society with the Smash Ale, Wild North Belgian Apricot Wit, the Farming Smarter Alt Beer, and the Pet Access League Society with the Russian Imperial Stout. See, when I do my charities, it's usually things that have touched my life in some way. So that's why I usually work with the CMHA. Why I work with the Ronald McDonald House, even though I've never used it. I know a lot of people that have, and I have my own kids. The CNIB, I've done a lot of charity work for. Heart and Stroke, I've done some work for and donated a lot to. The Boys and Girls Club, I used to do a lot of work for until I realized just how much money doesn't go to the charity. The same with the Canadian Cancer Society. It was the same type of thing. It touches me, that society, and what it can do, but it uses so much of the money into administration. So those are nice because they're all very local charities. They're just not touching the type of things that I really, really care about. There were some animal ones, which I care about too, but in all honesty, as much as I love animals, I would rather be helping out a person with that beer than that. But that's me. Analog Brewing Company launches a crowdfunding campaign. You ever notice that, breweries can always win with the crowdfunding shit? Always. They can always win with the crowdfunding shit. I actually, against my own will, started a GoFundMe for the Highland Games stuff, to buy all the equipment and to buy the rest of the stuff I need to finish working out to get into the shape I need to be in for that. It's not going very well, but I started it just for shits and giggles, and yeah, it is what it is. But here we go. So Analog Brewing Company launches a crowdfunding campaign. They're in Edmonton, Alberta. A new brewery aiming to open next year in Edmonton has announced the launch of a crowdfunding campaign via the Alberta Booster website. Analog Brewing Company is being founded by partners Adam C. and Ben 8-Bit. Oh, God. Okay. I love that, their logo is basically fairly 8-bit. Their everything is fairly cool on this. You know what? We're going to screen share so you guys can read this stuff with me. That's what we're going to do. We're going to screen share this shit. Okay, so there's their logo. I really kind of like the logo. It's really cool. But I'm wondering if they're YouTubers with like names Ben 8-Bit. They will have a retro video game theme in its branding and graphics. Beers planned to be available when the brewery opens is Ready Paler 1, New England Pale Ale. In Another Castle, that's a good one. Hive Bomber, Honey Wheat, and Power Up Porter. I like that. The company is soliciting investors between $5,000 and $4,000 with a wide variety of perks available, including branded merchandise, invitations to special events, chances to help select label designs for new beers, and much more. This doesn't really say why they started a crowdfunding campaign. Is it just to buy equipment? Let's just quickly look at the campaign page. That was fuck off, $1,465 boosted already. Fuck you guys.
Hello.
That was some horrible reporting there, Mike. I would have expected the Canadian Beer News to at least tell us why they were looking for this. Analog Brewing Company will be Alberta's craft brewery focusing on highly flavorful, low alcohol, easy drinking beers. That's nice. Brewery that's going to do low alcohol. I like that. We have a three-pronged strategy to maintain, to maximize market. Our packaging and branding, yeah, okay, but why? What is the boost supporting? We are crowdfunding for our pilot system. This will be a small-scale brewing system that will comfort. Okay, so you're buying a full-size system, and you want this to do your. You need $2,200 for your pilot system. $22,000, sorry. What the fuck? What are you? That is bullshit. You can buy a pilot system for almost what they have already raised, probably double that, and you could have a pilot system, a good pilot system. Some breweries have started on systems that are worth only $2,000. Fuck, the one barrel systems that you would use, the glorified homebrew systems with the one barrel system where your fucking kettle is a fucking keg. You can get that for shit cheap. You don't need $22,000 fucking dollars to get a. Oh, I'm okay. I got to get out of this page. I'm angry with that. Oh, somebody's here. Who's here? 1 second. Let's jump in and see what's going on. Let's stop screen sharing. Hey, it's Brian. Good day, Brian. What's going on?
Not too much.
So, Brian, do you want to help a brewery make $22,000 for a pilot system?
If it's my brewery, sure.
$22,000 for a pilot system.
What is it, like gold?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like 22 fucking thousand. You can get a pilot system for like $1,500. You can get a good commercial one for like $3,000 to $4,000. A pilot system's usually fucking between half a barrel and 2 barrels. You can get that easy.
Yup. Let me just check something here.
While you're checking that, hey, Molson Coors is building a new Quebec facility in Longueuil.
Woohoo! Conicals, fermenting accessories. Let's see what we got. Conicals, unit tanks, bright tanks, and accessories. Here we go. 5-barrel bright tank stock item. $86, $89, $99.
Yeah, but you're not going to need
5.
You're not going to need a fucking bright tank for it. They're just going to, because they'll have a bright tank for their full system.
Yeah.
Then they can just use that. I mean, a bright tank's basically just the government tank. You only need one of them. You just run your beer through it before you put it in your fermenters. Really, they're going to need their kettle, their mash tun and all that shit, and whatever they're going to use. Like, you can buy the German fucking gas powered shit for nothing. That's what Brimstone started up with, was the 1 barrel fucking homebrew shit.
Pots and kettles. Yeah, like 22 grand you said?
Yep.
Give me 22 grand. I'll start up a brewery. Yeah, like 10-gallon brew kettle, $239.99.
Yep.
15-gallon stainless steel welded brew kettle, $244.99.
Well, that's the thing. Like, look at Plan B. Plan B talks about how they opened up with like 10 grand. They're a commercial brewery. They're basically what a pilot system would be, and they needed 10 grand to do it. The whole brewery.
25-gallon stainless steel weldless kettle, $274.99.
Oh, a new brewery's opening up in Windsor for anyone in the Windsor area. Sandwich Brewing. Sandwich Brewing. I love the name. I really do.
I might have to go out there sometime.
They're next door to the Rock Bottom Bar and Grill.
Nice.
What do we have on here? They're opening up with an IPA at 7.3% alcohol, a porter at 5.5% alcohol, a dark mild at 4.9, which is not a mild, fuckers. You need to be under 4% for that to be a mild, but anyway, and a pale ale at 5.6.
So basically your average stuff.
Well, other than the mild, but the mild is just basically a dark lager if it's at almost 5%.
Here we go, right here. 55-gallon Bilchman G2 Boilermaker brew pot with Brew Vision thermometer, $909.99, 55-gallon.
22,000. Okay, they want to make it gold plated and everything.
Nice.
4 Degree Brewing is opening in Smiths Falls, Ontario, which is where my crazy aunt's from. For those of you that are on my actual Facebook page. Anyway, what do we have here? They are opening up with cans and glasses of 4 brands. Good cans. I love when you open up and you don't have only growlers. True North of 7 Hellas Lager, True South of 7 Red Cream Ale, Old Sly's IPA, and Frostwood's Oak Infused Lager, which actually I would really like to get now that I've read that.
Oh yeah, I was trying to do something for you the other day, but it didn't work out.
What were you trying to do?
I was trying to get that Frank Brewing habanero beer. It says they have it at freaking the Lundy's Lane beer store, but there's nothing there.
Oh yeah, it just means that they paid for the SKU, but they haven't stocked them yet.
So I ended up. Actually, I just happened to notice their kind of macro beer news. Miller High Life's back.
Is it? Miller High Life is back?
Miller High Life is back. The champagne of beers.
The champagne of beers. It's a big beer for the military, apparently, from what the man-child tells me.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, we have a new brewery in Bathurst, New Brunswick. And once we're done with these brewery newses, guys, I'll jump over to the comments and see what you guys have been saying. AKA beer. But the reason they're AKA, they're being very smart here. It's brothers Adam and Kyle and their father Andy. Ooh.
Don't mind me. I'm just doing some math here.
Their first beer to be brewed on their half barrel system, which I'm sure didn't cost them $22,000, is Prohibition Ale, aka Bootlegger's Brew, an amber ale that is available exclusively at the Bootleggers Bootleggers. Future beers are planned to be developed based on input from local customers, as well as locally sourced ingredients. Ooh. Okay, we got a bunch more fucking. There was a lot of. I forgot how long it's been since I've actually done a real BDU. Next is Old Biddy's Brew House is open in Lower Sackville, Nova Scotia. And, I just love that because it's Old Biddy. What do they have here? They're opening up with a Funktown APA, the Disco Inferno Red IPA, Even Gooder Coffee Brown, a Vanilla Bourbon Chocolate Milk Stout, and the Orange American Bastard, which is #Trump.
Nice.
I kind of really want the Even Gooder Coffee Brown and the Vanilla Bourbon Chocolate Milk Stout.
The chocolates. Chocolate stout doesn't sound too bad right about now.
No. Oh, well, Whitby has its like fourth brewery now. Whitby's becoming a beer place, man. They had the the Little Monsters or Little Creatures or whatever that opened up recently. They have the Brock Street and they have Five Paddles. Well, now they also have Town Brewery. Town Brewery is now open in Whitby. Town Brewery has been established by General Manager Jeff Talney and brewer Mike Sundell and Tim Femiano, and is located at 1632 Charles Street near Whitby Harbor. Featuring a 3,500 square foot brew house and a 1,500 square foot retail store and tap room, the brewery is focused on producing American-style ales and mixed fermentation farmhouse ales and sours. The 4 brands currently available on tap and in 500 milliliter bottles. Yes, to people that open up with bottles and cans. American Blonde Ale, a West Coast IPA, a Saison, and a Session Pale Ale. Well, you know, I'm excited for them opening up with bottles and everything, but that's a fairly standard opening lineup, especially when you have the breweries that are already in Whitby. But I mean, can you actually jump into the market and compete with the creativity of Five Paddles or Aaron Broadfoot and the people over at Little Beasts? It's Little Beasts, or I mean, you probably can compete with Brock Street easily enough, but the other two you probably can't. Not right off the bat, I wouldn't think.
Oh, there's so many out there now.
Yep. Oh, PEI is getting a new brewery, Copper Bottom Brewing. Why did I say Copper Kettle? They're opening up with a Centennial Stock Ale and a Broadside APA. But of course, in glasses or by the growler, because the Maritimes doesn't seem to ever really can or bottle. They seem to mostly be. Okay, this is an intriguing one. I did not know this happened.
What happened?
Oh, Nickelbrook Brewing has some announcements going on. They announced that brewery industry veteran Ian McDonald has been named president of the company effective immediately, with co-founder and previous president John Romano shifting to the position of CEO. As noted in the press release, McDonald began his career with Labatt Breweries of Canada and later went on to hold executive leadership roles at Lakeport Brewing Company, relaunched Steelback Brewery, Cott Beverages, and most recently the CEO of Carib Brewing in Trinidad and Tobago.
I don't mind Cott stuff.
No, Cott isn't bad soda.
Yeah.
Romano adds that McDonald has always been a friend and supporter of Nickelbrook, and that he brings a strong understanding of what it takes to compete in an increasingly competitive market and how to grow our brand while staying true to our roots. The appointment comes as Nickelbrook is laying down plans for its 30,000 square foot brewery, restaurant, and culinary tourist destination in Niagara that is expected to cost between $12 and $16 million.
That's a little bit of money.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, right? Like, yeah, I think John really is doing that shift because he wants to do less at the brewery and have more family time. He's getting old now, and his children are getting older. And I mean, when you're the president and shit like that, you're there all the time. When you're CEO, you really only have to show up for the fucking meetings.
Okay, I just did some math here. A little math.
Okay. Oh, a little math. Okay.
A little math. I just did everything for a brewery for $9,879.88.
I told you, Plan B was a $10,000 brewery. 22,000 just for their fucking. Oh God, I can't even think about it.
And that's 3 kettles, 3 fermenters, a bright tank, and 20 kegs. Okay,
so that's with you getting everything to start up, where really all they would need is their kettles for the most part. That's yeah. And the thing is, people don't realize how much stuff actually costs, right? So they'll be like, oh, they need $22,000 for this. Sure, let's jump on it. They probably need to pay for a fucking wedding or something.
Yeah. And then whatever for grains and whatnot.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, you're probably going to have it delivered, but if you're a good brewer, you're going to know how to set it up. So maybe add another $1,000 for delivery.
Mm-hmm.
Then set it up yourself because that's what most people are going to have to do. Whatever. North Vancouver has a new brewery called Beer Brewing.
Nice. Creative.
Well, it's been founded by Matt Beer and his father, Craig Beer. They're opening up with a Go Easy Pale Ale, the Mental Floss IPA, the Cold Brew Coffee Stout, and the Pushing Daylight Saison. Okay, three more news articles, and we're going to get to the stuff. Get to the comments. Wow, I can't even think. Flora Hall Brewing is now open in Ottawa. Ottawa has another new brewery? Fuck, when did this open? I was in Ottawa when this happened, too. I could have went. The newest brewery in the National Capital Region is now open in Ottawa's Centertown neighborhood. As reported by Centertown News, Flora Hall Brewing has been founded by David Longbottom in the historic building at 37 Flora Street and Bank. It features a brewery, taproom, restaurant, and retail store. Flora Hall opened Friday, October 27th, and is pouring several house-brewed beers. English Ordinary Bitter, nice, I like the low ABV bitters. American Oat Pale Ale, West Coast IPA, Farmhouse Saison, and the Northeast IPA. Backstage Brewing is now open in Stellarton, Nova Scotia. And it doesn't say anything really about their beers other than they are going to be offering growler fills of a Daydreamer Pale Ale and Headliner IPA.
So we caught up now?
Last one.
Oh.
Harold House Brewing is opening in Stratford, Ontario. Harold House Brewing is being founded by a local company that owns two other establishments, The Hub and Bard's Steakhouse. They are co-located at 27 Marketplace in downtown Stratford. The brewery and taproom is proposed to be located in the Herald Building at 19 Marketplace, a building that was the original home of the Stratford Herald newspaper, which merged with the Stratford Beacon in 1925. Managing partners Dave Graver and architect Robert Ritz presented the plans for the project to the city council meeting on Monday, along with an application for a zoning amendment to allow the building to be used as a brewery. Graver noted that the brewing equipment will be purchased from DME and Prince Edward Island. Nice, they're buying it Canadian, and gave some details on expected production volumes. In the first year, Graver said Harold House will brew approximately 1,600 hectoliters of product, followed by 2,000 hectoliters in year 2 and 2,400 hectoliters in year 3 and beyond. With a plan to purchase 4 larger fermenters, Graver plans to brew 4 distinct kinds of beer, all of which have yet to be announced. Wow, but they're distinct. We know that. No objections were raised during the meeting, and the proposal now needs to go through a standard review and approval process for a building permit. There will also be a discussion of plans to renovate the front facade of the building during a meeting of the Planning and Heritage Subcommittee today. There we go. There's all the brewery news.
And we're caught up.
Yep. And we have a lot of comments going on over here.
Really?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of comments. Okay, guys, sorry I was not reading the comments at the time. We were just quickly getting through that shit. I'm about to turn the camera back on, so you're gonna have to look at my ugly mug again. Let me just expand these comments so I can actually read them because, you know, blind and all. I see a couple wrenches, so there is a couple different administrators here. Not the guys that would normally be here because they've all left. They got better things to do than come and join us.
They abandoned us.
Yep. Okay, here we go. So we got those first ones done. Let's turn the camera on and let's read this shit. There's my ugly mug. Boom, 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 boom. Fermentation project. Brewery here in Kelowna used crowdfunding to upgrade their brew. See, the fermentation project. I don't care if you use crowdfunding to upgrade your brewing equipment. That's perfectly fine. But be fucking honest with what you're doing. There is no way that a pilot system is costing you $22,000. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Good day, Greg. What's going on to you? Why don't you look into getting a brewery or such to sponsor you? No brewery's going to sponsor me. Oh, and their fermentation project said I'd never invest in them. They could do a pilot system for $5,000 easy. Winter is coming. I've been out of the loop for Ontario beer news. Sum up the biggest stories of the last 6 months in under 10 words. motherfucking moronic shit keeps going on, and fuck hipsters. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Good day to you there, drunken one. What's going on? What else do we have? Ham from SD. Greetings from San Diego. Good day, Ham from San Diego. Greetings from Niagara Falls for myself, and I believe for Brian as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's hiding on the other side of Niagara Falls.
Yeah, North End.
What do we have here? Drunken one. Cool. Can I borrow $9,700? $9,788. Fermentation Project says, don't forget the glycol systems for temperature control. What's that? Make it $10,000 and we'll hit the titty bar.
Yeah.
Never mind the titty bar. Let's hit the bunny ranch from Greg. And that's the better Greg, so not the Greg you'd expect that from. What do we have? Mr. Angus Wangus. Make it 20K and go to a titty bar in Vegas. Cannabis cultivator, some skin, big girl. Now you're talking Maple Rusky. Hey, Albino Rhino. I hope the night's going well. Cheers. Oh, the night's going okay. Today I actually slept most of the day. In all honesty, I'm not used to that. I had no energy today. But yeah, it is what it is. I got all my beers in front of me. What are you drinking right now, sir? What are you guys drinking that are watching too?
I am drinking Frank's Brewing Company Old Comrade Red Ale.
Oh, I have one of those in the basement. I haven't gotten to it yet. Is it any good?
It's not bad.
I'm going to be drinking Mill Street's Jigger's Delight California Common.
Was that in that 6-pack or whatever they had?
I think it was the fall 6-pack.
The fall 6-pack?
Yeah. This one here, though, what I do now is I'll do my beer reviews and then I'll bring half the bottles back up with me to drink on when we do this, so I'm not drinking as much. And this basically tasted like Labatt 50 with a little bit more hops to it. Kind of smells like it, too.
I'm not going to lie, I had a Labatt's 50 last night.
Oh, I don't mind if you had Labatt 50. I'm just saying that I forgot how much shit is behind me right now. You can see there's beers over there by my shoes.
I had a Labatt 50 last night, and I was so bummed. I opened it up, and it just was a geyser. I poured it into a glass. Flat. Absolutely flat.
Dullahan, 2 a.m. is the best time to be drinking. Fucker. Fermentation Project, drinking Stathkona's New England IPA and my own sour red apple IPA. Nice, nice. How is the New England one? And how's your sour apple one? I know you're going to be a little biased because you made it, but how is it anyway? I'm biased against the beers I brew. Usually, I think they suck. What do we have from Drunken One? E&J brandy and red cream soda. You're really looking to get fucked tonight, Drunken One. Maple Rusky is going to dive into another Holy Trinity IPA from Rouge River. I'll have a review up on it tomorrow. Just spectacular. Nice. I've heard so much about Rouge River, but I don't get up that far north anymore. Unless it's within walking distance, I'm not getting to it anymore. So I can go to Taps. Yay. Or I could go to Niagara Brewing Company. Another yay.
Woohoo!
Fermentation Project says his sour apple drinks sweet and hoppy and finishes dry like an apple cider. Nice.
Never brewed a sour yet. Well, I brewed one, but not on purpose.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about Superflux, their fermentation project. Again, it's not something I'll ever see. I'm not going to see anytime soon. And yeah, I've never brewed a sour myself either. It's just not something I'm skilled enough in yet.
I'll be in BC this weekend for about an hour between my flight from Toronto to Vancouver and my flight from Vancouver to Honolulu.
Really, Helga? Really? I just put the bottle down. You had to knock it over the second I put it down. Good thing it's empty. One of the dogs dropped a Super Nintendo controller on their head and ran as I was setting this up, and they were gone. I can let you guess which one, but one of them is much braver than the other. Next beer is going to be from Draft Dodgers, and it's the Yellow Truck Complicated Blonde Lager. There's nothing complicated.
Fancy.
There's nothing complicated about it, and if it had been complicated, I would have been angry. Good day, Boris. What you doing? What you doing? Hey? Okay. Down. Oh, what do we have going on here? King Goblin, greetings from Mexico. Greetings to you from Canada. Actually, the majority of people even in the chat are from Canada, other than maybe Drunken One in Dullahan. Dullahan is Ireland, and Drunken One is the South.
Deep South.
Yeah, Greg, you are correct. It was the boxer that was the wimp. He knocked the controller on his head and he was gone. I think he was in the basement after it hit him. So yeah, I reviewed 5 beers tonight. None of them really blew me away, but all of them were drinkable. They were all good. Yeah.
Diving into your stash a little bit.
Well, I'm trying to kill it down, right? Like there's like 85 beers down there to review still.
My stash is just as bad these days. And I thought I'm going to start purging. And next thing you know.
Well, it's every week I try to get at least one person over here to review something with me so we can get through 5 to 10 of them. And it just never happens. So, I usually only get 3 or 4 done a week right now because I don't really drink anymore except for when I'm doing my reviews. So that's actually how I plan this stuff out. That's why this used to start always at 8 p.m. Now it starts a little later because what I end up doing is I start my reviews at 7, and by the time I'm done, it's usually like 8:30, and then I start this up. Because if I'm going to drink, I might as well fucking get down some of the beers I have to get done anyway.
Yeah.
And then it saves me a lot of money because I'm not buying new beer because I have a shitload of beer downstairs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When I'm back from Hawaii, just message me sometime. I'll stop by.
Nobody wants a French connection, Greg.
I still got a few of them.
Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I think I still have a few of the ones that you wanted from me. i.e. Big Rock's Holiday Cheer.
Yeah, that is one that interests me. The Festive Pudding did too, but apparently, according to Lee, it was horrible.
It's eh.
Well, it was a Green King product, right? I really shouldn't have expected much, but I kind of got excited at the same time. I'm like, ooh, Festive Pudding.
I had one on the weekend, and it was actually really good. Oh, what was that one? It was Christmas Ale. It was another British one. Shepherd Neem Christmas Ale.
Oh, I've had that before. That's a good one. I'm going to post a link in the chat window here for the next story we're going to talk about, which is an Innocent Gun story. So Innocent Gun did another kind of bartender's choice type of thing where it was a make the next Innocent Gun for them. It was called Imagine and Gun, and basically what I've decided, and I've told Dougal this and Nick this, is that they're just running out of ideas and they're making everybody else do the work for them. But so you gave them a recipe and they picked their top 8 or so, and now everybody has a chance to vote for the one they want. So I'm going to post the link so you can go and look at them while we're talking about it too. I personally voted for Don because Don is actually Don Rig 13, who is another beer tuber. He used to do a lot of beer reviews. He is from New Brunswick. He lives fairly close to Maxwell Star. So I mean, but there is somebody from Niagara Falls on the list too. So I mean, there is that. But here is the link if you want to look at these. I'm going to turn off my camera while I quickly do this because again, blind guys have to look like this, and nobody wants that. Okay, so first and foremost, we have Steve's Choice. Steve's Choice, and Steve is from Winnipeg, Manitoba. A rye barrel-aged Saskatoon berry saison. Okay, intriguing. Now, Dawn is the one I voted for. Now, I was really actually going back and forth between Dawn's and the one from Niagara Falls. But Dawn's was, and he's from Grand Bay, New Brunswick. His was a black IPA with rhubarb and coconut. It really intrigued me. From None of It, we have Mary's Choice of a cloudberry peach sour. I've never fucking even heard of a cloudberry, so that one kind of intrigued me because of just that.
I couldn't even tell you what a cloudberry looks like.
Kitchener, Ontario, Brad's Choice, Caribbean rum cask aged pineapple wit. See, and that one just sounds like it would have too much going on because a wit doesn't have the body to hold a lot of flavor, I don't think. But that's me. What do we have? Another one from Kitchener. We have Trevor's Choice, a rum raisin porter. And rum raisin actually is something that I brought up to them several times in the past because rum raisin ice cream is fucking amazing. And so I've actually talked about rum raisin with Dougal several times, and every time he just kind of looks at me funny. So I find it hysterical that it's actually on this list now. What else do we have here? From Camas, Alberta, a maple and Saskatoon berry porter. And I love maple syrup in anything. So, I mean, that one was interesting as well. Eddie's Choice from Chilliwack, BC, a rye and ginger ale. That one just is way too simple to me. I don't even think it should be on here. But that's me, again. And Andy's Choice from Niagara Falls, Ontario. Smoked Applewood Amber Ale. I like smoked applewood though, so that's the reason why I was kind of intrigued by that one. Yeah, but again, Dawn was my choice mostly because I have to support other beer tubers, and he made it on this, and his actually does sound good. But other than that, like of these 8, I think there is 3 of them I really like, and 5 of the 8 that I actually would drink, and the other 3 I would try just to try, but I just don't care for.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going through my Instagram right now. Omnipolo, Monster Shake, Noah Bourbon, Barrel Aged Hazelnut Imperial Pecan Cupcake Stout.
They have so many flavors in their beers that it's unreal, and they're a lot like Evil Twin as well, where their beer can be so fucking expensive that it's not funny, but it can be so damn good.
Yeah, last time I was over in the States, I picked up like a couple Evil Twins. I picked up some Omnipolo stuff. I picked up some Milk Killer stuff, and some of them were like $5 American a tall can. Like, that's not cheap.
Oh, that really isn't.
No.
Just so people know, like I said on the Albino Rhino Beer Festival page, there will be an announcement about the beer festival later this week, and there may or may not be somebody either in the chat or in this video chat right now that actually has some cool designs going right now that I might try and steal from them.
Dum dum dum.
Yep. I think well, one of them would be a great header for the Facebook page, and would go good on cups and stuff too, and works great for posters. And then I would have to do a little bit of editing for T-shirts and for the well, just T-shirts really.
Well, for not much. T-shirts and stuff would just be just taking the lettering and the logo there and just making a vector file out of it.
Yep. Hey, drinking a beer can help you speak a foreign language, a study finds. Because when you're nervous about speaking a foreign language, you take a long time and take longer breaks. But when you're drinking, you're not nervous. So bonjour, everyone. See, I can be just like somebody who's actually French and go back and forth between English and French. Bonjour, everyone. Comment ça va? I'm good. A2? Fuck. I work with too many French people.
Can
A cloudberry, according to the fermentation project, cloudberry is very similar to a raspberry and blackberry, quite tart and tasty. Now, my question to you, fermentation project, is: did you know what a cloudberry was, or did you have to Google it? And be honest here. I need honesty on this one. You're just going to tell me you knew what it was anyway, and I'm going to have to believe you because I have no way of proving otherwise. But oh, last bit of beer news that I have before we just talk about anything is Molson Coors purchases microbrasserie Le Trou du Diable. So Le Trou du Diable is now part of Six Pints, the division that oversees the company's craft brewing operations in Canada, including Creemore Springs, Granville Island, and Brasseur de Montreal. And Brasseur de Montreal is actually was a really good brewery. I'm sad that they are now part of there. And really, it was weird because they had great distribution, and then they got bought out, and their distribution disappeared. It was the weirdest thing ever because I never thought that would happen. Like we used to get almost all their beers here in Ontario, and then after they were bought out, you didn't see them anymore. They had the Ghost Town Stout, which was their fucking absinthe stout, which was made with wormwood and the absinthium star plant there. They made a whole bunch of different beers that were made after the different countries. Like they had the Scottish Blackguard Scotch Ale, they had the English Bitter, all their beers were focused on something that would hit that place, and they were really good. Their Mexican one was called La Chihuahua, and it was a cactus lime beer.
That actually sounds really good.
It was really good. So the deal is reported to include the purchase of Le Trou du Diable brands and trademarks and its production brewery on Avenue du Lac Station in Shawinigan, but not the original brew pub on Avenue Willow, which is weird to me. So are the guys that owned it changing the brew pub to something else and keeping it going? Because it would be weird because usually when a brewery sells this stuff, if they don't stay on board with the brewery and stay on board in the managerial side of it once it's sold, they have to sign a non-disclosure pact. Usually, not all the time, but usually. So did they take less money to not have to sign a non-disclosure pact and just be able to open up a new thing, or are they selling the brew pub on the side? Like, is it being another sale that they're doing? Because if the deal didn't include the brew pub, what the fuck are they doing with the brew pub? Because it's not going to be able to be known as Le Trou du Diable anymore.
I did a thing while you were talking there.
You did a thing.
Yeah, I did a thing.
A thing.
Some people might watch it, might have caught that.
I didn't catch anything because I'm blind and I'm in another window.
You're in another window?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to do it again. I
see what you fucking did.
Shh. Secrets.
What do we have here? The fermentation project says he grew up north, which means he's saying yes, he knew what they were. Cloudberry sounds nutritious, according to Mr. Angus Wangus. And from the fermentation project, only had it once in the woods, so nothing at a commercial scale. You ate it in the woods. He ate it in the woods, everybody. What's going on?
Yeah, me, not too much.
So apparently the LCBO thought they would sell a huge number of these Brewers Advent calendars. because I'm on the LCBO website. Okay, now these ones are $4.15 per bottle. This is the German one, so it's probably going to be very, very boring shit. $99.60 per case plus delivery, so you're looking at over $100 for this to get to you. A limited edition, exciting assortment of German beers, which include such styles as Marzens, Hefeweizens, Helles, Dark Doppelbock, Dunkel, Schwarzbier, Rochebier, and Kolsch. Very, very exciting, guys. Very exciting. Now, if these are all breweries you can't normally get in Canada, like you can't, if it's not fucking Schneider and Sons and Erdinger and all that, and Weihenstephaner and everything, I would probably be all up on trying this. But the reason why I'm surprised by this is it's in stock online. 10,536 units available.
Where is this? I'm just on LCBO's site right now. I'm looking for it.
I'll post the link in the chat window if anyone wants to see it. Hey, Jace is here. Good day, Jace. I'll talk to you in 1 second there. There's the link for it. Yeah, so 10,536 units are available. They must have thought they would sell shitloads of this very, very exciting $100 case of beer that is full of Kolsch's and Pilsners and Hefeweizens and Helles lagers.
Gift sampler pack.
Oh, you're not going to find it on the gift sampler pack. It's hidden. It's hidden in a specialty.
It's hidden?
Yeah, you have to find it. It's hidden.
It's hidden.
It's under the specialty stuff.
Ooh. Hey, I'll just check the link.
Now, Jay said the Trafalgar Chai Mead was weird, and I fully and 100% agree with you. It was weird. I didn't mind it. It wasn't bad. It was weird.
There we go. A limited edition, exciting assortment of German beers.
See, and that's the part that makes me laugh. Like I said, I would love to try it if it's beers that you can't get here in Canada. If it's beers that are never available in Ontario, like it's all exclusive, I'd jump on it. Like, because Germany has hundreds of breweries, so there's so many beers we don't get here that I would jump on it. But the fact it says exciting in German at the same time just makes me laugh, because I have not once had a really exciting German beer. And you can tell they're real German beers because there's no Rogan beers or anything in there, because, you know, those are more exciting than a Kolsch.
Deep release, November 9th, 330 milliliter bottle by Kayla GmbH.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kayla.
Have a good night, Greg. Have a good night.
English. What does this? Original products. It almost looks like just their own products. Like, I'm looking at their website right now, and I don't recognize a lot of these beers. The international event calendar, the Kolsch calendar. Let's see if I can.
I would think it would be like the international, because it's. I don't know though.
Well, they have one that says craft, the craft beer.
I don't think it would be it.
I'm just looking at their site. It looks like this is all they do. This is all they do.
Yeah, they put together advent calendars.
Try that. This is our international homepage. Come on. Still in German.
I'm looking at the picture from the LCBO site, and I'm trying to find that same picture on that site. And I can't find it. I found one that's kind of close to it.
Found one in English yet?
No, nothing in English. This is an intriguing search here, people. Intriguing search.
This almost looks like the kit here.
The Bad Santa kit?
If it loads. Includes 24 beers, inclusive Dutch beers.
Okay, that can't be the right one.
Or not Dutch beers, German beers. But it's the case that looks different because it's in German.
Yeah, that would make sense because they'd have to change it.
If this is the kit, actually, it doesn't look too awful. I don't see a lot of, like, other than Schneider, I don't see many that you can get at the LCBO.
Yeah, see, I would be intrigued to try them if that was the case. If it was mostly all things that you can't get here, I just will still make fun of the fact that it says fucking exciting.
Oh! We got a product list.
Oh, you found a product list? Awesome. Dan's here. Good day, Dan. What's going on? Two comments. We'll get back to you guys in a few moments.
Not much. Just thought I'd join up, and yeah, you know how it is.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Brewers, Avent. Screen share on this one. Screen share. Share. There we go.
So this is what's supposed to be in that box?
This is what's supposed to be in that box.
Okay, the Hirsch beers. We've had a few Hirsch beers, but I don't think the Hirsch Weiss has been here. But yeah, see, like if that was the case, I would probably jump on that because the Hirsch beer is like the only one I've seen in these 12 here that could have been here. Yeah, next set there, all four of those have never been here.
Yeah, it has the one Schneider in there.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice the Helles Schneider. The Tap 1 though, I don't think we've had the Tap 1 Schneider Weiss here. I know.
No, I've had Tap 7.
I've had Tap X, Tap 7, Tap 5, Tap 4. I don't think Tap 1's ever been here.
No.
So yeah, what we're talking about here, Dan, is Ontario has a beer advent calendar that's all German beers available right now.
Oh, okay. That's so is that the same one from Craft Beer Imports?
No, this is from an actual German company.
Okay. Oh. Okay. I think I know which one you're talking about.
It is $99.80 a case.
Wow.
Now the thing that I've been making fun of this whole time, because I mean, if that product list that Brian found is the product list for this thing, I would actually be willing to do it just to try them. But I've been making fun of the fact that it's an exciting assortment of German beers, which includes such very exciting styles as a Marzen, a Hefeweizen, a Helles, a Doppelbock, a Dunkel, a Schwarzbier, a Rochebier, and a Kolsch.
Now, was that the image that also he put into the chat here?
Jace put an image into the chat. I don't know what Jace put in there. Yeah, that would probably be. Yep.
Yeah, and then the
one that one looks like that is probably the one that's in Nova Scotia, because Nova Scotia has the alternative box that's all cans. In Ontario we get the bottles.
Okay. Because yeah, there's if it's the same one that the same one I'm thinking of, it used to be Costco that had it. See if it shows up here.
Shop. Fuck off, dogs. You ever the one thing I love dogs because they love you. They give you unconditional love. They always want to be with you. The one thing I hate about having big dogs is that they always have to wrestle right around you. So the two of them are wrestling with each other right at my feet, pushing my chair around. This room is fairly open. I mean, it's not as open as it used to be because it used to have nothing in it, but it's still fairly open. I mean, there's a huge space here. And then there's my bedroom that has absolutely nothing in it but a bed and a dresser. There's the kitchen that has nothing in it but a fucking table. Right behind me is where they have to wrestle. Oh, right now they're further behind, though. They're further behind now. Okay, comments going on here. What do we have? Okay. Chet Mustang. Good days to you, Chet. God, Anderson sucks. Anderson isn't a bad goalie. He just kind of sucks at times. I kill Xander. Hey, what's up, Rhino? The sky, sir. No, nothing much. Nothing much at all. Malton in Montreal wants a link. I will send it to you in 1 second. Mr. Angus Wangus, I will send you a link as well in 1 second. Two Frères Brasserie, the brewery of the Two Brothers Stout. Okay, how was that? Well, you'll tell me when you get in here. I sent you the link. When am I going to do hot sauce reviews again? Sometime soon. I have them sitting downstairs. I don't have time much anymore, in all honesty. You'd think once the kids and wife were gone, I'd have time, but I'm still trying to get all the stuff going. I'm still trying to get the beer festival started. It usually is started in fucking September, and it's almost December now. I'm doing a lot of working out for the Highland Games. I'm trying to raise the money to finish buying the equipment for that. I did find a place to get the tires and stuff a lot cheaper, so that's good. But yeah, between training and spending time with the dogs, working, doing the upkeep of the house, and the other things I do, I'm not having much time. I mean, the only reason I'm reviewing beers anymore is because I review them right before I come online and do this. But yeah, there is a bunch of hot sauce sitting downstairs. I do have to get to them. I don't know. It's not as fun doing hot sauce alone, is what it comes down to. It's more fun watching somebody freak out while you're completely and utterly fine with it. You know, like when Lachlan would almost die, and I was just sit there and go, "You're a fucking wimp." That was the best videos. I'm back. In Pennsylvania news, the PLCB increased the hours for the Fine Wine and Spirit store for the holidays. Nice. Fine wine and good spirit stores will be open on Christmas Eve, Sunday, December 24th, with all stores closing by 6 p.m. on New Year's Eve, Sunday, December 31st. Most stores will be open from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's not bad. So from Jace, $132 Canadian for the 500 milliliter can version, which is available in Alberta and Nova Scotia, and $99 for the 24 bottle version available here in Ontario.
Now, I could go make my own. Just buy a whole bunch of different random beers, put them in a beer case, slap a fancy label on it. There you go.
It's true.
And yeah, Jace, if you think 132 is crazy for the advent calendars, the craft beer advent calendar from Calgary is ranging anywhere from 160 to 143, mattering what province you're in. Here in Ontario, it's 143.
It's 150 here in Alberta. In Calgary, of all places.
Oh, you mean where it's made?
Well, actually, it's not made here. From what I remember, they put it together in Vancouver, ship it back to Calgary, and then they export it out from there.
Well, then they're just making too much fucking work for themselves.
Yeah.
It's a lot of extra money.
Well, that was also 2 years ago.
Just
They may
ship
have
it right
changed
to
that.
That puts it at $6.25 a beer.
Yes, It does. But it's also a lot of imported beers from Europe and the States. I think 10 of them are from the States and the rest are from Europe.
I gotta find your email address again here, Randall. Give me a second. There it is, right there. And bang, the link is coming to you right now, sir. Boom. What do we have here? Ooh, I just got an email from my... look, it's my ex-wife who won't sign a separation agreement. Awesome. I just got a note from my work benefits saying that my benefit provider will be paying the service provider.
Oh, okay.
She won't sign her separation agreement so that she stays on my benefits is basically what it is. She's been gone for 8 months.
Wow.
She won't sign it because she wants to stay on my benefits. And I can't take her off my benefits until she signs it.
You don't live in the marital, or she doesn't live in the marital home. Oh wait, this is Ontario. They got different fucking rules there.
Yep.
Gonna say if she doesn't live in the marital home anymore, she doesn't have a leg to stand on. You are technically separated. But that's what Alberta's like, and that's how I got my wife off there, or my ex-wife.
I think I'm gonna make a phone call tomorrow. I
would.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still have my kids on mine. Well.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to take my kids off mine ever, but I'm tired of seeing. Well, she's probably done using mine for the rest of the year now because it's fucking November. But it'd be a nice surprise for her if she goes to use it again and it's not there.
I love surprises like that.
It's just like she hasn't told her work that she's moved to another city so that she stays on their benefits because she's on a leave of absence right now.
Oh.
So really, she's committing insurance fraud with her work.
Yep.
And technically with mine as well.
Yep.
Anyway, next beer is from Brimstone. It is the Bitter Rivals Ordinary Bitter.
Nice. I poured myself the Yard Blackberry Milkshake IPA from Hell's Basement.
I just cracked a Waterloo Dark.
I think one of the three of us has the worst go of the three of us.
It's not me.
I'll take that one.
What do you want, doggy?
The fermentation project. He's asking if I'm still drinking again. Surprised I'm still walking after a 1 o'clock bender. We had a few beers.
You had a 1 o'clock bender, did you?
Oh yeah, we did some crossover videos for the Advent calendar for next month. Because we both have the Parallel 49 Central City Brewers Advent calendar.
Yep.
So we did a couple of crossovers on that. Looking forward to it, actually. Hasn't been a bad calendar, and it's like $75 cheaper than the craft beer Advent calendar, so not complaining.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you another link there, Randolph, in case the one I sent you doesn't work, because apparently Malted in Montreal is having trouble with the one I sent him.
One that you sent me seemed to work. Is it the same one?
Sort of.
Okay.
I copied it off of the one I sent you and put it in there instead of copying it out of the browser here.
Okay.
So that might be part of the problem because it has a lot more extra text when you copy it out of the copy.
Right.
Now, on a side note, the other guys are sending me a join link to go and join talking to them.
Wait, there's more chats going on tonight? No way.
Well, the guys that used to do this with me.
Oh, okay.
What do we have here? Wish Pennsylvania would have fun things like beer advent calendars. No, I don't, because it would be like $20 for you, you motherfucker. The fermentation project is proud of Dan's liver. Ben Ohana, what's going on, sir? I had Muskoka's detour tonight. Pretty good. Nice. After 10 days with no drinking, my liver was jonesing for more.
I got really sick over the past couple of weeks. It's been a lot of fun.
My liver does not, like, I can still drink beer forever, but if I touch hard liquor now, I'm drunk after like 2 shots.
Ouch.
Basically, I haven't drank hard liquor in over a year, and with the stuff I'm on, I really should never drink it again. So,
yeah, that'd do it.
Yeah. First link worked for Randolph there. He's just getting situated with his hardware, which means he's putting his penis away, I think. I think that's what that means.
We're all thankful.
Have any of you guys watched? I think I'm going to go. You see how destroyed my blinds are from like 6 different dogs living in this house. But I think I'm going to go full Bachelor and hang a sheet in the blinds.
I do a flag.
I don't have a flag that... Well, I do have a flag that big downstairs. I have the Irish flag, but I don't know if it will block out enough light.
Yeah, okay.
I say flag, gold flag.
But the Irish flag I have downstairs is gigantic. It's even bigger than that window. I think it would go from side to side.
You make yourself look like a true drug dealer's house and have an Irish flag, or
well, I would put the Irish flag in front of the blind, so it's in here and not looking outside. Basically, to block the light, because there's a lot of light that comes in there. Now that the TV's right here, I can't watch TV during the day.
Yeah, blackout blinds as well from Walmart.
No, that window's huge. That's bigger than a queen size bed. Blackout blinds would cost forever. Like I would use my entire fucking paycheck to get a blackout blind that big.
That's why I said from Walmart.
Telling you, man, just a sheet, $5.
True, black sheet. There you go.
And then you have a girlfriend. You have a girl over for the first time, and she's like, "What the fuck is this?" And you're like, "I live on my own with 2 dogs. What do you want?"
I don't know what complaints from the neighbors that I was running around naked for some reason. I don't know why.
I only put clothes on when people are coming over or when I'm doing this. And half the time when I'm doing this, I don't put pants on. Today I'm wearing very lime green shorts though.
Hey, well, we thank you for that.
No underwear, however, no underwear. Free balling it. So yeah, I watched The Punisher so far. I think I'm on like episode 8. Have any of you guys started watching The Punisher? Anyone watch The Punisher?
I'm on episode 10 right now.
I'm enjoying it. I didn't think I would, because they changed so much of the story. I wasn't sure I was going to like it, but it has gratuitous violence.
Yep.
And I don't mind the way the story changed.
I don't mind it either. I like he's gone from this really hardcore badass to still being a hardcore badass, but trying to get his own thing going, which is really it's a good premise, and I do like it. Yeah, I think I really like some of the outcomes of some of the stuff. It's like, oh shit, that didn't go well.
Yeah, no, there's been some stuff I actually like.
Yep.
And I didn't think I would. Like, again, come on, guys. There's a whole house to wrestle in. I didn't think that I would. Like, it was just weird, because I'm a purist to some degree in with comic heroes and stuff, but yeah, I don't care. It doesn't bother me with this one.
Nope. Yeah, and I just like this one has actually been pretty good. I'm waiting for my wife to get ready and everything to see if she wants to finish watching it tonight. I actually been watching what else have I been watching? The Beastmaster.
Like the original one from the 80s?
No. This is the one. It's almost like American Ninja, that kind of stuff. And Sylvester Stallone's the executive producer, but it's got 4 different countries competing against each other on an obstacle course, and it is actually, yeah, it's not bad.
Okay, apparently we had a ban hammer just go on thanks to the good work of the drunken one, who I still need to figure out how to ever invite him again now that Google Plus doesn't work properly. What do we have here? Did you talk from Jace? Did you talk about Kentucky Bastard 2018? No LCBO release in smaller 500 milliliter waxed bottles. Early December brewery release. No, I didn't talk about it. I did know that they did announce it. I just hadn't talked about it yet. Or at all. Chet, lol, the price for the Give Them Beer craft beer calendar is $79.99. So yay. Yeah, it's still better than what any of them are here in Canada. Ben Ohana was quite a light IPA. Okay, he's talking about the Detour from Muskoka. Thought it would be a very bitter and hoppy, but it really surpassed my expectations. Love the pine and bitterness. Was minor, not lingering. Where's Redbeard? I think Redbeard is still pressure washing a kitchen at the moment.
You saw that picture, did you?
I did see the picture of the fog cloud. And actually, that's exactly what Jay said. Probably cleaning a grease trap. Link's not working, my friend. Finished. I don't know. Okay. Oh, you finished the Punisher? I don't know. The link should be working. Dan got in here with it. Apparently, Randolph will be in with it. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, sir. And if you're on a cell phone, it's weird. Cell phones don't work with Google Plus with the link just sent. You need to actually get invited through Google Plus, and I can't do that anymore. It doesn't exist anymore. That acceptance. It's fucking stupid. I don't understand what's going on. Like, I can't invite anybody unless they're people I've never invited before.
Which is odd.
Yeah. What do we have? Maple Rusky just finished The Punisher. The two episodes are phenomenal. I can't wait till 2 episodes. There's like 13 or 14, isn't there?
13 of them? Yeah.
Unless you're saying 2 of the episodes are phenomenal.
The last 2 episodes.
What do we have here? Chet wants to watch them. So far, he's only watched the Iron Fist season 1. I heard that's the worst one of them all.
Yes.
I personally haven't watched that one yet. I really haven't watched any of the Marvel ones because, Jessica Jones was never somebody I cared about in the Marvel universe. Daredevil, never somebody I cared about in the Marvel universe. Iron Fist, again, never somebody I cared about in the Marvel universe. I know that they make a team together, but they were never anybody I really cared about. The Punisher I cared about. I liked the Punisher. If there was an X-Men series, even though the X-Men have been destroyed in the Marvel universe because of the fact that the rights are owned by somebody else, not Marvel, I would have been on board with that. Inhumanoids, I haven't seen that one yet. Yeah, Inhumans. I haven't watched that one yet, but that's basically what Marvel did to bring the X-Men back without being the X-Men, because they killed off it's fucking stupid the way they just basically try to kayfabe and everything, kill off an entire franchise and make no mention of that franchise at all because they were stupid earlier in their history and sold the rights to another producer because they needed money at the time. So now they're like, no, this doesn't exist. I don't know what you're talking about. There was never an X-Men. X-Men, which was what built us, they never existed. No.
Never happened.
Never happened.
Yeah, no, I did enjoy, like, Luke Cage. That's one that I really enjoyed. Daredevil, as I said, season 1 and 2 is great if you ever want to watch it. Even though I never really followed Daredevil. It's still really good. Jessica Jones was good only because there was someone from Doctor Who in there, and he was a bad guy and a half. God, such a difference from him playing the actual Doctor in Doctor Who. But yeah, like, I never saw Iron Fist, and when I watched The Defenders, I was like, I'm glad I didn't watch Iron Fist because it was just his character was horrible. Like, no, I'm glad I didn't see that one.
What else is out? Deadpool, one of my favorite Marvel characters. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy. They're another. They're another. I even loved the comics for Guardian of the Galaxy. I just loved it. So those movies I really enjoy. I'm curious what they're going to do with the Infinity Wars when they continue doing the Avengers stuff.
Saw Thor the latest Thor movie. That one was amazing.
Yeah, see, I don't know. Like, I wonder if they're going to do in the movies what they did in the comics, and Thor's going to become a woman. Like, I'm curious if they're going to do that in the movies. What else is going on out there? That the newer Fantastic Four movie, I didn't mind it, but people hated it.
It was okay.
Well, I thought it was better than the original Fantastic Four movie, but it wasn't hard to be better than the original Fantastic Four movie.
This is true.
Brian's thinking of big geeks. He's not saying a thing over there. He's like, you fucking losers. You fucking losers.
No, I've been watching a lot of both Marvel and DC movies as of late. And those two have been really good. Like, I'm supposed to go watch the latest DC one, but I don't know how good it is. I've been hearing bad things. But I really enjoyed Wonder Woman. I mean, that one was a great movie. Of course, I was one of those kids that really liked all the action heroes from both franchises.
What the fuck do you mean there?
Watching a movie is about 5 opening credits and about 5 minutes in, and next thing you know, I'm getting a elbow to the rib cage, and the ending credits are going.
So it's nap time for you then.
Yeah, a little bit of nap time.
My ex-wife would always be like, "What? Let's watch a movie," and within 5 minutes, she was snoring, and I would be like, "Wake up!" She's like, "What?" I'm like, "Go to bed." I want to be down here. No, I can't even hear the movie over your fucking snoring. Go to bed.
That would be me.
Yeah, I'm guilty for that too.
That and baseball. Baseball, I'll be watching like the first inning, and next thing you know, it's like the 8th inning, and all hell's broken loose. There's been like 7 fights, and
there's never been fights in baseball. Come on.
Okay, they've been slap fests.
You have a bat and there's not a fight.
How is that not a thing?
Maple Rusky says the last 2 episodes, my bad. Chet Mustang, lol. I can just picture someone using an actual paint stripping pressure washer to clean their kitchen. Well, that's what Carrie does, but he does it in commercial kitchens. So they're all metal. What is this? Jace is having a hard time finishing the Defenders. It's a little disappointing. Chet says Daredevil season 1 and 2 are great, and so is Luke Cage. Jessica Jones is good too. You just think she's hot. Admit it. Jay says The Gifted is okay. Another one is starting Marvel's Runaways on Hulu. Vincent D'Onofrio is awesome as Kingpin. What was the guy's name that was Kingpin in the movie? Michael Duncan, was it?
Think so.
The giant black guy that ended up dying of heart problems, I believe. But he was a giant man. He was a great Kingpin. But I believe the Kingpin was a giant white guy in the comics.
Yeah.
But Michael Duncan, if that is his name, I can't remember off the top of my head. If that's his name, he played a better Kingpin than what was in the comics. The comic guy reminded me of the Big Boss from Cops, the cartoon series.
Okay.
Toys from that back in the day.
What's that?
I think I had a whole bunch of toys from that cartoon.
From the Cops, the cybernetic officers. I don't even remember what it stood for. But come on, did you watch Cops ever there, Dan? The cartoon?
I think
it was Long Arm, who was the cop with the handcuff that would fly, and
God, that's a long time ago.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And then there was the guy with the robotic dog, and then the guy that had the fucking laser bazooka, and
I had the car back in the day, and it had like the cap gun attached to the top of it, and I actually loaded the caps into it and started firing it, and it blew apart.
Nice.
I sent you an email, drunken one.
Yes, sir, I got it.
Oh, good, you're here. Sorry, I was in the other window. Good day. What are you doing, sir?
Listening to y'all talk about cartoons. I mean, comic book characters.
Cartoons, comic book characters.
Whatever. No, I'm not into that so much, but it's all good. Everybody has to do something.
Hey, Rhino, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Randolph. What's going on, sir?
Right on. Well, I just finally got my mic and headphones and everything set up. You see how long it takes me, eh?
Oh, I can hear you.
Hello, everyone. I'm
Like a
drinking
loose ground or
beer.
something.
Everybody's doing good, I think. Brian's apparently leaving soon. He's going on a vacation, the motherfucker.
Yep. I leave for Hawaii.
I got yelled at work yesterday. Yesterday was my Friday, as most of you know. I'm sitting in pre-shift, and I won't say where I work. A lot of you here do know where I work, but I was sitting in pre-shift yesterday, and I'm like, "Hey, you know what today is?" And my supervisor's like, "What?" I'm like, "It's November 21st. You know why that's special?" She goes, "No, why?" I go, "Because my verbal and my written just came off my file. I could call in sick again." She's like, "What?"
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm doing pretty good. I got me a little box in the mail from my brother, Average Joe.
Nice. Is that the
All
box
the
of
way from
beers?
New York. I haven't opened it yet. Tomorrow I am doing a video for the first time in like a week and a half, and so I'm going to do a little unboxing. He said that there was some good beers in there, and that there was a one that kind of a shifty beer, or something that's more like a gag or something.
That's a thing that me and Joe used to do to everybody. We'd send a good beer mail, and there would always be one or two shitty beers in there just for shits and giggles.
Oh, I see. If my computer craps out, I'll be back. Sometimes it says my IT support provider has initiated a reboot, and it's doing that now. So if I fall out, I'll be back in. I'm not sure why.
No, Malted in Montreal says, "Lol, Chad." The link just takes me to Google Hangouts, and like I said, you must be on a cell phone or something, or an iPad. Or
Hey, you know what?
I
Chad,
sent a link to his email address, and so hopefully he'll be able to get his way here.
Chad,
yeah.
I had said that the first link worked for me, and I thought it was working, but then once I got my things hooked up and I clicked on it, it wasn't working, and I tried the other links on that first email you had sent me.
Yeah, I sent a second link to both of you once I realized that one wasn't working. I don't know if he's seen the second link yet.
Yeah, the second link worked for me, obviously.
Jason Voorhees thinks the last movie he saw was Avengers. What do we have here? A problem with the Fantastic Four movies is they go straight for Doctor Doom and they fuck him up completely. Yeah. Chet heard the Justice League was actually good. See, I'm so much more a Marvel guy than a DC guy myself. So much more. Like the only DC movie that I enjoyed at all was really the Suicide Squad, and I didn't enjoy it all that much. I just enjoyed seeing things that I shouldn't say because I do respect women enough that I shouldn't say it. But I enjoyed a certain actress in her hot pants.
One that could definitely kick your ass one way or another.
What a way to go.
Oh yeah. Not gonna lie on that one. Hey, that wasn't a bad one. I didn't mind. Well, there's been some good ones. There have been some okay ones. No.
What do we have here? To have baseball be exciting, be a Pirates fan. It's so frustrating watching the Pirates that it can never be boring or. Malton in Montreal had Long Arm and the mob guy with the guns in his chest. Oh, what was his name? Oh, I can't remember his name. My favorite was the doctor whose brain was showing, and I could never tell if it was a guy or a girl. Could never tell. To this day, I still don't know. Get that garbage out of here. Said, what's the best red ale? What do you guys think the best red ale is? I don't know what I would say. I liked Innocente's Innoslanche. I was a big fan of the Remembrance Red from Royal City, but I like that also because money from every bottle goes to the veteran programs.
I actually enjoyed the Garrison Red Shirt Ale. That one wasn't bad at all.
Yeah. I could. You know what, Brian? Nobody cares that you're a Pirates fan because Pirates suck. Baseball sucks. I'm a Senators fan for hockey, and they've lost like 4 in a row now. They were doing so well, and then they traded for Duchesne, who should have made their team better, but they traded their top line center for him, and they've sucked.
Don't even give me 4 in a row. Don't even give
What's
me
that?
4 in a row. I'm a Sabres fan.
Ooh,
Hey man, that's your problem.
Yeah,
I'd say I feel sorry for you guys, but my Canucks are on a roll right now, so I'm not even gonna.
Ottawa lost 5-2 tonight to Washington.
Vancouver won 5-2 to Pittsburgh.
Now, this is the thing, right? Like, I always wanted... Duchesne's been talked about for 2 years with Ottawa. And I'm like, yeah, he'd do great with Ottawa. But that would give us a great 1-2-3 punch right down the middle, right? We'd have basically a top-line center on all 3 lines. And then they go and they trade Kyle Turris for him. And, they've been saying for 2 seasons that they need another top 6 forward. And then they get their top 6 forward, but they gave up a top 6 forward for him. So now they still don't have 6 fucking top 6 forwards. It just,
Minnesota 5, Buffalo 4. What else is there?
Yeah, I there's some trades that you sort of go, what the fuck are you thinking?
They're now talking about sending Kane over to the Blues.
well, there's over 30 teams, right?
Yep.
31 now.
31. Yeah. Is Bettman still the commissioner or whatever they call it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, well, he was the commissioner of the NBA before he came to the NHL, and this is exactly what he did to the NBA. Not that I know anything about the NBA, but I was I watched a lot of Leaf games, man. Unfortunately, I grew up as a Leaf fan and a Leaf.
That is extremely unfortunate.
Well, yeah, man, and they ruined young hockey players year after year after year, and they drove me away. About 6 or 7 years ago, I quit watching hockey, and it's because from when I was a little kid, hockey was different. You know what I'm saying? I'm pushing 50, and hockey used to be way different, man. There was more talent. There was at least one fight a game, and it was less of the clutching and grabbing and hooking, and it was guys out there, and when you pissed someone off, he turned around and thumped you out. A couple times a game. But it was more emotional. And I guess maybe is what I'm saying. I quit watching. I refuse to watch a hockey game now. Unless I'm at my buddy's bar in his basement and he's watching the Wings. Whatever.
They're actually talking about bringing in now a 32nd team in Houston.
Well, yeah, they always meant to bring in a 32nd team. Like, the expansion had to go to 32 teams. They just didn't have a second team right away. Because the only other team that bid on an expansion team other than Vegas was Quebec City, and you know how Bettman feels about Canada. So, he couldn't let that happen. So he was waiting for somebody in the U.S. to
the exchange rate, we couldn't afford it, and things and such, and exchange rate.
Yeah, so he was looking for a second. He was looking for another team in the U.S. to bid, and now he finally has one. So we'll probably get a new team next year in Houston. But yeah, because Texas is really where hockey is huge,
Yeah, with all the ice we have and all the snow we get.
Just like how Arizona is amazing for hockey too.
I used to live down there. Hey, drunken one.
You think
I
they'd
used
get
to live down near you.
Yeah. I live just north of
Quebec
East.
gets a hockey team, it probably will be Arizona.
True.
You're
Well,
that
look
or move them to Seattle.
Now Seattle will be actually kind of interesting.
Yeah.
It's like everyone accepts what's going on. It's like Fabian socialism. It happens slowly over time. Sorry to inject.
Well, actually has hockey history to it. That's the first American city to win a Stanley Cup.
Which one? Sorry.
Seattle.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
First American city to win a Stanley Cup.
Well, I'll shut up.
But that wasn't under the NHL though.
No, that was
That was a
pre-NHL.
Yeah, it was pre-NHL. Just like how the Victoria Cougars won the Stanley Cup too.
Yep. And the Ottawa Senators.
Yep.
Well, the Ottawa Senators won a lot of Stanley Cups,
And people sit there and go,
and then they got their.
and then they got what?
Go ahead. Then they got their King Clancy curse.
Yep. That's like people's like, how many cups has Vancouver won? Well, they've actually won a couple of them under the Vancouver Millionaires. If you really want to go through the Stanley Cup.
Hey, you know what I used to love about the Vancouver Canucks? And this was, I don't know, when they had the old white jerseys with the sideways hockey stick on the front, it was like the most boring jersey in the NHL.
The white jerseys with the red, yellow, and black
Oh, no.
logo.
No, that was after.
Yeah, that was the V.
But did Tiger Williams play that far back for Vancouver?
Tiger Williams played in, I think it was 1982 and on.
Yeah, he would score a goal and then ride his stick down the ice like a bridge rule.
Tiger Williams. Oh, he was
Rich
amazing.
Rule.
And I'm dating myself too here. I used to love watching him.
Yeah,
What the-
man, that was great.
The era where Mike Bossy was around, and so was Billy Smith for the Islanders.
Yes, and the goalies would fight once in a while.
Yes, Pelle Lindbergh.
What's it take for the goalies to fight? I mean, they're at other ends.
Oh,
when,
it's
it,
like,
when it comes to Billy Smith,
Next to the other end.
yeah,
Oh,
Billy Smith. They used to call him the Butcher.
yep, yeah, you
My-
get
my
in this
favorite-
crazy hatch.
My favorite goalie fights were always when like Ray Emery would fight a forward. Ray Emery in his goalie pads knocking out a goon from the other team when he knocked out Andrew Peters.
Yeah.
Mr. Buffalo fan.
Actually, one of the best fights for goalies still has to be Patrick Waugh, Chris Osgood.
Yeah, agreed.
That's like
I really liked the Jan Herne, and again, I'm an Ottawa fan, so I remember the Ottawa ones. I believe it was Ron Hextall he was fighting, and Hextall was known as a tough guy, but Jan Herne was a Golden Glove over in Europe, and he could throw fucking mean-ass fucking bombs with his left hand, but his left hand had his blocker on it, and you can't get it off, right? It's sort of his trapper. Your trapper's tied on. So he's holding on to Ron Hextall, skating towards the bench with his hand out, and the Ottawa Senators bench unties the trapper and pulls it off for him, and boom! That was Hextall.
Yeah, there were some great fights in there.
Didn't what's his name, the Butcher? What's his name again? Billy Smith.
Billy Smith.
Didn't he? Wasn't he the first goalie to score a goal as well?
Yep, from his own net.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Does
Billy
that
Smith,
still happen in the league? I haven't watched in years
I haven't seen one happen in a while.
because it happened like occasionally for a good number of years, and now has it stopped?
They try every now and then, but with the way the players have been playing lately, it's not a wise idea.
Did you see the college one where the college kid scored the goal?
Think so.
His celebration was amazing. Let me see if I can find the video.
list of NHL goaltenders that scored a goal. It's Mason, Cam Ward.
Drunken one's bored out of his ass.
all good.
You know what a goalie is? Do you know what a goalie is?
That's the first one.
He just put the last bits of the address up, and so I had to take it out because that if you knew what you were doing with that, you could get in here. I don't want the trolls in here.
The last goalie that has scored has been Mike Smith for the Phoenix Coyotes in 2013-2014.
I think this is the video. I think this is the video. 1 second.
Hey, Rhino, let me try and plug my camera in, man. Be right back.
Oh, come on. It fucking crashed on me. There we go.
All right, Malted, what I put in right there, and that bit that you knew that you put up. Don't keep putting that up there, bro.
Look at this. It's like, yeah, I scored. It'll never happen again.
But that, and then that LU bunch that you know of, and that should get you in here. I've sent you 2 emails to your about page.
In the call?
There's the Conor McGregor walk.
It's right. I did see that. That was awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was great when that happened. What do we have? Yeah, I sent you an email with the link as well there, Malton. I don't know. Again, if you're on your cell phone, it's not going to work. It doesn't matter how many emails I send you. It's just not going to work. The way Google Plus works with the Google Hangouts in your cell phone is you need a direct link, and I just can't do it anymore. You can't do it. It won't let you.
Uh-oh.
That didn't sound good.
Clean up on aisle 3.
Beer down.
Randolph is breaking things. Oh! Darmok and Panagra had it. Dr. Bad Vibes, that was its name. Build me a machine that obscures the line between male and female genders. Chet Mustang says his New York Islanders are doing just okay. What do we have? Other than the Brewers program at Niagara College, what other colleges courses would help me or anyone else start a career working for a brewery? There's a bunch of college brewery courses going on now, to be honest with you. Dunham College has one. There is the actual Siebel Institute over in Scotland. There's one in BC as well.
There's one in Alberta. Olds College.
Yeah, and really anything that's chemistry will help you. Anything with yeast will help you. Biomechanics and biochemistry will help.
Nice. Golly.
He's got his camera working and he's knocking shit all over the place now.
Turn the camera on. We can see what you're doing now.
I feel bad for him, but at the same time, after the second drop, it's actually really funny.
Yeah.
Did he drop another one?
Yeah.
Are you guys laughing at me?
Yep.
No,
We're laughing with you.
Oh.
We're laughing with you.
F-bomb.
Because I know you'll be laughing later on.
That first glass smashed into a million pieces.
They must have been tempered glass, eh?
It was like a tall Pilsner glass, a Stockholm Pilsner. I'm about to crack into one of my new favorites. Can you see it? It's a
Mr. Minister from.
Yeah.
Where's the front? Yeah, that was it.
Malta says Sens will be fine. Anderson is sucking, and he wants in on this panel. I'm trying, man. There's nothing I can do though until Google decides to fix their Hangouts. Like it's even hard. Like with me actually running this chat, it's still hard for me to get into my own chat with my cell phone when I take the dogs out. I have to actually work for about 10 minutes to get it to work. And that's actually what I've been doing. The reason my head's been down is I've been trying to get my fucking phone set up so I can actually walk the dogs outside. According to Jace, the Leafs lost in the shutout. Oh well, got a point. Throws can of tank house at the wall. Who fucking cares? They suck. The Leafs suck. No, they don't. But hey. What else do we have? Bring back the Nordiques. Yeah, well, again, Quebec City was one of the teams that bid, and they just didn't give it to them. This is our game teams. I want a team in Canada. Bure was dope. Valerie Bure or Pavel Bure?
Pavel. Valerie was too.
Didn't Valerie end up marrying the girl from Full House?
Yep, and they're still married to this day.
Yep, that's big on hockey players.
Oh yeah, actually I watched Valerie play when he was playing with, was it Spokane? He was playing with one of the WHL teams, and when Victoria Cougars were around in the WHL, and he's actually pretty damn good. He wasn't as good as his brother, but he's still pretty damn good.
I really hope they don't do that, Jace. Jace just asked, hey Rhino, do you think the LCBO will shut down its online delivery service like last year? You couldn't order from December 8th or 9th till the 24th because Canada Post couldn't guarantee delivery or something. The thing is that they don't want their alcohol, especially beer and stuff, to be on a truck for a very, very, very long time and get cold and blow up. But
What?
Could I see that happening? I could see it happening. I hope not. I mean, if they're delivering to a big city, their stuff is still, no matter how busy it is, their stuff might take an extra day or two to get there, but that's it. I mean, it takes 12 hours to get to me. If I was to order something right now, it would be ordered tomorrow. It would be sent out tomorrow, and it would be at my house by 8 a.m. on Friday.
Well, I'm hearing rumors as well that in Alberta there's going to be a delivery service for craft beer.
That would be great. There really should be. From Ben Ohana, Ron Hextall versus Felix Potvin was a good goalie fight. And yeah, those two were tough guys. That would have been a great fight. And from Jace, that's right, little Felix, the French-Canadian, beat the dog piss out of Ronnie.
Well, Felix's nickname was the cat.
Felix Pop, isn't it Cujo?
Cujo's was a dog.
Cujo was Curtis Joseph.
That's right. That's right. I got those.
The eagle was Eddie Belfour. Eddie the drunk Belfour. Grant Fuhrer, who was snorting coke out of his blocker between fucking periods.
Yeah.
Who also played for the Victoria Cougars and just about made it to the Memorial Cup with them. Yep. Remember seeing him.
Chet Mustang, best hockey move is when the Bruins became an entire team of goons after Olm Samuelson ended Cam Neely's career by taking his knee out.
You made it!
Fucking Christ, I had to get my stupid laptop out.
Now that you have your laptop out, though, go on your cell phone and click on Hangouts, and now that you're hooked in through your laptop, you'll be able to do it.
Really?
Yeah, you'll be able to join the call now.
Let me see. What the fuck just happened to my Google? What the fuck? Oh, another stupid thing. I hate my laptop.
I can't believe I'm laughing at someone for being slower than me at this.
No, I'm good with fucking Hangouts. You guys don't know how to post links. I do live shows every fucking week. I don't know what's going on. Is YouTube just fucking with people with Hangouts now or something?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I've done this screen share before. Here you go. Watch this. Okay, bang. Screen
Because
share.
you're in Montreal.
Now I click on the. Now I click bits here where I let people join. Let's start writing out people's names that usually would be on here. Let's say Maxwell Star.
On the
Oh, look,
screen.
he doesn't exist.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna try my phone now.
Drunken one doesn't exist.
You're putting
try
your
that.
blanket on the screen.
Fucking Hangouts now.
That's not the whole link. There's more stuff that goes on past that.
Oh, yeah, I guess so, huh?
Fuck. No, it doesn't work on my fucking phone. Hold on. Let me try the Yahoo thing that you sent me.
I sent you several emails. I don't know if your phone will do it there.
Yeah, I got them all. They kept on. What they kept on doing is they kept on bringing me to the fucking app. I was like, why the fuck is it taking me to the app every time?
Oh,
It's weird.
See,
I'm like, I already got the app. The open.
If I was to go to Let's just close all that shit.
Oh, there you go. Now it works. Now it works. Hold on. Let me see what goes on here. You're joining the conversation. Blah blah blah. Ongoing.
Yeah.
Like a second one.
The ongoing call shows up on your cell phone after you get into it. Before that, you can't fucking find it. It doesn't exist.
Hold up. There we go. I'm gonna close my fucking laptop. Proceed. And this is you. All right. Bye.
And here we go. Here comes the feedback.
1 second. I'm gonna turn off the laptop.
And the dogs hear the feedback.
Get the dog barking, did that. Right?
The best part is I have headphones on, so she didn't actually hear that, but she didn't start barking until the feedback went off.
Just chat was asking what I'm drinking. So I bought these beers tonight that I saw that looked interesting. Henry, I'll say it in English because it's all written in French there because I'm in Frenchy land. The Brewery of Two Brothers. So this one's the stout, and it's pretty good. It's 6.0 ABV, and I got an Imperial IPA from them as well that I'm going to drink in a minute.
Hickson, eh?
Yeah, Dixon. So, pretty good. $8 for the pair.
I'm a cheapskate. I'm drinking a St. Arnold's Alyssa IPA.
Okay. And everyone was talking about hockey, and I really wanted to get in the conversation, and now it's over.
We're done now, so sorry.
I posted this.
Why are we talking about hockey?
Yeah, Brian
I'm
posted all the scores.
I'm not worried about the Sens, man. They had a really stupid schedule, and it fucked up the way they're playing right now. I'm not too worried about it. We're an inconsistent team. We've always been an inconsistent team. It's always going to be that way.
I'm going to drink the Kitchissippi Bristol Milk Stout next.
Nice.
And yes, Ottawa's always been hit and miss, but they always seem to make the playoffs.
Talking about Ottawa, this is from Ottawa.
Nice.
Now, here's something that I was bringing up when I was doing my reviews, and I did a 5-minute rant about it. And it's ABVs.
Mm-hmm.
ABVs have to be on your bottles and cans in Ontario. But the spot, like the size of the can is pretty much standard. The size of the can or bottle is always going to be at the bottom.
Yeah.
Why can't we make the ABVs location fucking standard too? I had 2 things tonight that I was looking everywhere for the fucking ABVs. And when I got to this beer, and I'm looking for the ABV everywhere, I'm like, oh, wait, here's the size. Okay. Where the fuck's the ABV? Oh, it's not on the back. There's all the ingredients and shit. Oh, and it's right here up in the top corner in this little tiny box. Okay, whatever. But then I went on my rant because that was the second beer I did where I couldn't find the ABV for a few moments on camera. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I picked up like 15 fucking cans and 2 bottles. And I'm like, look, the ABV's right here. Oh, right here. Oh, right here. Oh, this fucking makes sense. Why the fuck do you hide your ABVs? I was angry.
It's almost like the ones that they have the canned on dates, or they just put a bunch of fucking numbers on the bottom of it.
Oh, the Julianne fucking calendar, and you gotta go and fucking use the internet to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
What does this mean?
Code. Just make it easy.
And you know what their argument would be in court back, right?
It's legal.
Yeah, you read the code wrong or something.
But okay, I have 2 bottles.
Legally blind.
What do you know? The ABV's right there on the bottle with the bottle size right beside it. Oh, look, another bottle. The ABV's right down there with the bottle size right beside it. Oh, look, here's a can. The ABV is right there, and there's the bottle size. Oh, look, another bottle. Same thing. They're right beside each other. Okay, then you pick up this one. There's the size. Fucking little thing is up here in the corner. Then you pick up this motherfucker, right? And first off, the size isn't down there. It's the fucking Julianne fucking code. So you're looking around for the fucking size. Here they have every ingredient in the goddamn thing. Then they have a size down here. And then in the bold lettering up, like the fucking ABV is up here. Like what the fuck is that shit? It's in the fucking writing.
Yeah, that's stupid.
And then you have this one where the ABV is right there.
Oh damn, that's a fucking big head.
And also right there too. So they actually have it in 2 spots.
Yeah, I gotta say, Brimstone's is right here at the bottom where it's supposed to be.
Pours
Now,
out like a
one,
wheat ale.
That does look amazing. This will be my next beer that I drink, the Picnic Blanket from Dominion City. Once I'm done the Bristol Stout, this is my last beer of the night. But what I love about this is, so what Dominion City did was they bought a whole bunch of fucking just silver bullet cans, right? The fucking 473 silver bullets. They bought a shitload of them. Just plain silver pounder cans. Well, silver bullets. Then they got the red wrap that has, you know, the Dominion City logo and all the information they need on it. You know, where it's from and all that, the size. And then this actually is a sticker on top of the fucking can. So they can use this same can for every one of their fucking beers and just wrap it with a different sticker.
It's a good way of doing it.
I think so too, especially when you're a craft brewery. You just buy a shitload of them and wrap them, and it's cheaper than getting them printed. And then you just have a fucking sticker. It's even cheaper than buying different wraps.
One of the breweries in Alberta does that.
Common Good and Lost Craft do that all the time. Common Good just slaps the sticker on top of the Lost Craft banner.
Now I did get those stack beers, and I haven't posted the videos for the stack beers yet. But in the videos, I peel back the stack stickers, the vanilla chai sticker, and the other sticker, the Last Bite pumpkin porter sticker. And underneath those stickers, it's a non-wrapped can because they actually paid to get the cans printed properly, and it's for the Impact Alt beer that they don't make anymore. So they had all this shit. They had this shitload of stock of Impact Alt beer cans that they didn't make the beer anymore. So they just put every beer they wanted and then just put a sticker over top of the Alt beer.
Okay, well that's a good thing. At least they didn't get a waste, you know.
Yep.
It's fucking Nickelbrook.
That's kind of odd.
This is like one of the first IPAs I actually really like, and the freaking head won't go away. It's really nice. It's like just sticking around. But
what do we have here from Jay? Jay says, "Damn, oh man, hockey is the best sport. I love hockey myself. I watch hockey on TV. I'll watch rugby on TV. I'll watch Aussie rules football on TV, and that's about the end of the sports I watch on TV. To be honest,
I love MMA, basketball, and hockey. That's pretty much the three sports I watch. That's my trifecta.
Now we have to like. Go ahead.
I used to like football, but I can't watch it anymore. I don't know. I'm bored of it.
From Chet Mustang, we have with all the beer drinking, the old can of Busch from 2012 looks super tempting. Do it, Chet, do it.
Yeah.
I hate the booze review says you should drink it.
Yep.
I said, hell yeah, drink it. Don't bother cooling it out.
Hockey, baseball, and MMA from Jace. And he also says the Double Trouble Pecan Pie Porter is okay. Chocolate, coffee, subtle nuttiness.
Well, this one's a 7.5 ABV, so it's a nice high alcohol imperial IPA. And I'm honestly, it's because of you guys. I couldn't stand IPAs, but I've been forcing myself to drink them, and I'm getting more and more into them. They're not bad.
Hey, Malton, I hear you, man. I'm recently into the IPAs that taste like grapefruit peels and orange peels and stuff. Well, and I just want to interject and say mine's 7.0. I'm up there too.
Oh yeah.
I find that the imperial IPAs are a little less hoppy, so they're not as grapefruity and annoying as like the triples and the double IPAs. So I'm liking the imperial stuff. I pretty much go. I'm just looking for like milk IPAs and imperial IPAs, and those things seem to be all right with me.
Yeah.
It's the double IPAs and the triples that I can't stand. They just taste like ass or like girls that don't wash their vaginas or something like that. Man, I don't want to drink that shit. It's just not my style.
Actually, the
unwashed vagina
I've had recently has been the Exchange number 10.
That's the worst one you've had recently?
The Exchange has been one of the better ones I've had lately for a double.
Was it mega hoppy or not so bad?
It was hoppy.
I just can't take the hops. Like I don't mind a little bit because you want some flavor to your beer, but when it gets like over the top, where it's just like an unpleasant, kind of.
I got to tell you something funny. Last week I was at my buddy's house. Rhino, you've seen him in your chat before. His name is Darren Newf or whatever. anyways, he's got a bar in his basement. I go over there and drink. But anyways, last week I went over there, and the first beer we had was from Amsterdam Brewing in Toronto, I believe, and it was an Imperial. I think that's what you would call it because it was 9%.
Fracture.
Fracture, yeah, it was awesome. It was a good first beer for the night. Like, you don't want to sit and drink those all night.
Yeah.
It was good.
I actually enjoyed
And then,
it.
oh, sorry, I got to finish. I don't remember leaving his house. I don't drive when I go over there. I ride my bike. And at some point on the way home, I fell off my bike and did a face plant, and I had a fat lip for half a week.
Nice.
I can't believe I just said that in public.
I would be remiss if I didn't bring up the whiskey I'm drinking tonight, and it's Ben Rye X17. So that's my scotch of the night.
There you go.
Good stuff. In Septum Decim. Super
Actually,
peated. Very, very
last
smoky.
time BDU happened, I was drinking Imperials all night, and I just went quiet the last half hour because I could hear myself just slurring away. Done.
I see a VSOP on the drunken one. You're drinking cognac?
Just finished that bottle, a little brandy action.
Yeah.
E&J brandy.
I might be doing some cognacs after Christmas. I got a friend that's going to be hooking me up with some cast strength cognac, so like 56% and above. So
Wow.
I'm excited for those.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm mixing it with some red cream soda. And Chase.
You're
Yeah,
fucking
you said that in the
classy,
chat.
man.
That sounds good, man.
That's the classy way to do it. Cognac mixed with soda. Mm.
Right?
Hey, rum and cream soda rocks. I like that.
Yeah, that's like a Texas genius.
Exactly. And then chasing the whole thing down with a traditional IPA and Alyssa IPA with Cascade hops.
Drunken one, you got a PBR wind chime outside your trailer?
I don't. I don't. I need to give me one though. I do have a Confederate flag.
Oh. Well, there was a Nazi frog in Chad's chat earlier. Maybe you guys can talk.
Yeah, well, I've seen that. Yeah, he said he was having troubles finding a plastic Christmas tree topper.
Gotta love the internet Nazis.
It's just, I know exactly who it was, too. It's just an internet troll that comes by me every once in a while. He doesn't like Lee, so he takes it out on me.
Would that
Doesn't like
be
who?
someone that starts with a J?
It would be, yes.
The Pepe guy, whatever his name is.
He doesn't like Lee Russell?
No.
Oh, well, I don't like Lee Russell, and I'm Jewish, so me and the frog can get along. Kidding.
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. I'm from
I like
the Niagara
you.
region, and when I graduated high school, I went to school in Georgia, and then I went to school in Kansas, and then I went to school in Missouri. Then I worked in Ohio, and then I worked in Arkansas. And I met a lot of racist people, and they were from all different ethnicities, man. Like,
Oh, yeah.
everyone's a racist. It ain't just white people.
Yeah, exactly.
I was.
I'm serious. I'm not trying to
so-
start a discussion or nothing. I'm just saying.
How about we don't talk about racism? But you're right. You are right. But
I was a non-racist skinhead when I was a kid, from when I was like 13 all the way till I was like 19. I just liked fighting when I was younger. But, I just liked wearing boots because it seemed to cause trouble, so it was kind of fun. Now I'm old and I don't want to get hurt. I like my face.
I used to
when I was
have
young,
I had a pair of boots I had a pair of old work boots, steel-toed work boots that I had shaved the leather off the toes and welded nails to them. Called them my shin skirts.
what are you, Mad Max?
Oh, freaking road warrior.
Yeah, right? I still believe that, Chad.
You should.
I really do. I still believe that.
Chad, when I come down to Niagara, we're gonna have a drink. I'm gonna be doing Route 66 next summer, and I'm supposed to go through that area a bit. I
Alrighty.
think my wife's calling me on my phone while we're chatting. I'm gonna decline.
I've heard it's not as good as it used to.
I'm gonna keep the volume down. Sorry about that, guys.
No problem.
Excuse me.
Nice.
Ooh, that tasted good. Tasted like the Bristol Milk Stout. So now I'm on the raspberry rhubarb saison.
Saison.
The crooked label.
Well, yeah, because I peeled it off 3 times now. And put it back.
It doesn't change the flavor, does it?
No, it doesn't change the flavor at all.
Dude, I'll tell you, when I first moved back to Canada, I was in my early 30s, and I needed something to do. And so I went and worked at this winery in Stony Creek, I think it was, or somewhere around there. And yeah, you'd go to work. I'd go drinking, at the bar, at tavern after work, and then you get up and you go there and you're bottling that stuff. And they bottled a lot of other stuff. I didn't know a whole lot about it then. I broke a lot of bottles, but anyways, you go there and you smell that, and it makes your stomach turn. Actually, if you're going home to have drinks afterwards, it's awful. I thought so. Well, I was a lot younger, so.
Yeah.
So where does everyone think Price is going to end up?
Edmonton.
You think he's going to Edmonton?
Yeah, I think I'll end up there.
I think Montreal is, as much as I hate the Habs, I think Montreal is going to pull the move of the season, and they're going to send out Price to the New York Islanders for Tavares.
Hey, Malton, what's your first
And
name?
Tavares is going to go sign for Toronto.
Hey, Malton, what's your name? Malton?
I don't think Tavares wants to play in Toronto.
Malton
Tavares
isn't
made a
looking at
list.
anyone.
He made a list, and the top of his list, sad to say, was the Habs. He wants to go play for Montreal. I don't know why, but he does.
If he doesn't talk fluid French, he shouldn't go.
No.
He's Portuguese Canadian. I don't know what he speaks. He might speak French. I know he wants to play in Montreal. I don't know why, but I was hoping it would be Ottawa. Like, I know that you're happy with the Duchesne trade, Chad, but I was hoping that it was going to be Tavares that we were going to try and grab. But I don't know. But I think he's going to go to Montreal, and I think it's going to be for Price. I think Pat Chiaretti's going to go to Edmonton.
We're going to re-sign Danny Heatley. He's going to come back from retirement. And
You know who I
Jonathan
miss?
too.
You know who I miss from the Sens? Who my favorite Sen of all time was? Sean McEachran.
McEachran still works for the Sens.
He was my favorite.
You know what I was sad about was that Ottawa never ended up getting Tiumu Ruutu. Because if they had gotten Tiumu Ruutu, they would have had all 3 Ruutu brothers in the organization. Because Jarkko Ruutu played for them. The oldest Ruutu brother was drafted by them and then broke his leg and could never play again. So he became their European scout. So they had 2 of the 3 Ruutus in the system at once.
I loved when Jarkko played for us. I loved when we had Jarkko, we had Ray. What was it? Ray? The player there that played for Buffalo forever. Ray something there.
Bob Ray.
Pardon? Rob Ray. We had Jarkko Ruutu, and we had Verada all on the team at the exact same time. So we had like a bunch of assholes like on Ottawa.
Chris Neal was on the time at the time too. Chris Neal.
Yeah, well, no, it was Andre Watt at the time when Jarkko Ruutu. I think Neil was still too young to play. Was he on the team when Verada was there? He was like a young gun.
Verada's last year was his first year.
Pardon?
I'm sorry to go into the past again, but do you remember the Stastny brothers? Anyone?
Paul Stastny and who was the other one? I forget.
Peter and Anton and
Yep.
someone.
2 of my favorite defensemen.
But
of
didn't they
all
all
time
play
were-
for the same team? Quebec?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
2 of my favorite defensemen were Pittsburgh Penguins because Pittsburgh was my team before Ottawa had a team, and that was
Gonchar?
Ulf and Gel Samuelson.
I'm a Canadian, typical Canadian. My favorite defenseman of all time was Scott Stevens. There's just no.
No, him and Pronger were two of the dirtiest defensemen at that time in the NHL.
Yeah, but Stevens wasn't dirty because back then the rules said whatever Stevens did was legal, so it wasn't dirty. It was just considered mean as fuck. But he was not dirty.
Still dirty. When you're out there purposely trying to hurt people, it's dirty.
Yeah, but that was old time hockey. Even though I hate Don Cherry, I'll admit that I miss those days when people just smash the shit out of each other. I used to watch the Rock'em Sock'em videos like nonstop when he'd have his dog on there.
I still have a couple of those on VHS down somewhere.
Yeah. Dude, still the best. I have to say the bloodiest, meanest hit ever, even though Greiba sucks and he's in Edmonton or whatever dying out, was Greiba on Eller, man. When he went down and it just like raspberry jelly all over the fucking ice during that playoff run when Ottawa beat them in 5. That was the most vicious hit, and it was fully legal. I still don't understand to this day why he was suspended. It was like the first time I ever saw a guy bleed without an elbow going in or a headbutt, but Eller just like smashed. You remember that one, Chad?
No.
You don't remember? It was when we beat Montreal in 5 in the first round.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking the Eric Gribba hit, eh?
The Eric Greiba on Lars Eller. And it was a fully legal check. And they suspended Greiba for like 4 games just because it just looked so evil that they just suspended him. There was like no elbow, no head-to-head, nothing.
I watched the Eric Lindros was a good hitter too. Yeah, he also had to quit the NHL before he started drooling in a bucket like his brother.
Well, that was Stevens.
Can you imagine the basic conversations between those two?
Especially if Eric kept playing. How's it going today? I like mustard.
Hodor.
I mean, it's weird because they say that concussions only happen because of the impact and all that, but there has to be some science out there that shows that it runs in the family too to be more susceptible to them. Because there's no way that those two should have had as many concussions as they had if it's just by impact.
Well, Eric played with his fucking head down, and he was also an asshole. So who cares? Good riddance to him. I fucking couldn't stand that they actually wanted to put him in the Hall of Fame. Asshole was one of the worst. He should have played in Quebec. They would have won the cup, and Quebec would have never moved. And it would have never had a Colorado Avalanche. If it wasn't for Eric Lindros, that piece of shit, he fucked over Canada, and he should have just played where he was supposed to go. But no, my daddy doesn't want me to play there because there's French people that live in Quebec. Go fuck yourself. I was a Nordiques fan before I was a Senators fan, and Eric fucking killed my franchise. So he can suck my dick. I'm glad he's fucking, like, brain dead. No offense.
He's not. It's his brother that's brain dead.
Oh, he's pretty brain dead, too, but...
Eric is one swift wind away from being at that point.
Well, hopefully he'll end up in a wheelchair before he dies. Piece of shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he ruined my franchise. They have to fucking, like...
They got
Fuck the Nordiques. Fuck the Nordiques. Who fucking cares?
Did they get Hextall out of that deal too?
Yeah,
Hextall
gone and long gone.
They got a lot better things than what Eric Lindros was for Eric Lindros.
They got like half the freaking Flyers for him.
Yep.
Fuck him. He was a starting point for the downfall of the Nordiques.
You mean the Avalanche?
One of my favorite Nordiques was an Ottawa Senators goalie at one point, which was Ron Tugnut. But I really only liked him because his name was Tugnut. Because I was a kid back then, and Tugnut was a great name.
Yeah, Damian Rhodes and Tugnut. Back then.
Ottawa, when you think about it, Ottawa, because most expansion teams, except for the Vegas Golden Knights, got fucking Marc-Andre Fleury right off the bat. Most expansion teams in the NHL were always like that. They were like old, washed-up goalies, graveyards. Like, what did Ottawa have? They had Brathwaite, they had Sidorkovitz, they had fucking Barrasso, who won 2 Stanley Cups and then did nothing. They had Tugnut, they had Damian Rhodes.
Yeah, Lalime,
who fucking scored on himself, basically.
Prusek. Remember Prusek?
Prusek, yes. Martin Prusek.
Yeah.
Like old, washed-up goalies that have nothing left. And Martin Gerber. Pascal Leclerc.
I was excited when Gerber came in, and he fucking just blue balls, man.
The Gerber baby had a problem with anything that made him sad. If you put pressure on him, he couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Here's the whole freaking Ron Hextall thing. Flyers had traded Nordiques receiving Steve Duchesne, Ron Hextall, Kerry Huffman, Mike Ricci, and Peter Forsberg.
Yeah, they basically got a whole new team for Eric Lindros.
Yeah.
Well, Sundin was supposed to be part of that deal too. No, there was a Sundin deal that was supposed to be happening too. Sundin was supposed to be Nordique.
I think I remember that. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Fucking take it.
It was Toronto. Yeah, Toronto wanted Lindros, and they were offering Sundin and like a slew of players for Lindros, but then he went to
Well, Lindros wanted to go to Toronto.
Yeah, because his daddy.
Yeah, well, he's an idiot. He should have went there.
He did end up going there.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, at the end of his career, he was there. That was his last his broken wrist. His like 3 broken wrists in one season.
Him and Jason Allison. Who was the other one?
Arnaud.
As a tackling dummy.
Yeah. It was Jason Allison, and there was the other one, Nolan. All went to Toronto at the same time. It was like the old man. It was like the old timers league for like a season. It was hilarious.
Well, that's what Toronto was. Toronto paid big money for all the old timers every year. Joe Nieuwendyk, fucking
Leaf was there.
Tucker, Gary Roberts.
Yeah.
Come retire in Toronto.
But Gary Roberts actually wanted to play for the Sens. But Toronto refused to trade Gary Roberts to Ottawa. And that was when Gary Roberts was still in his prime. And he actually requested to come play for the Sens. And Toronto refused. They wouldn't trade him to Ottawa. Because it was like the big rivalry in the time when we were getting our asses beat in the playoffs by the Leafs all the time.
Yep.
And Gary actually requested a trade to the Sens. And he wanted to play. Because I think he's from Ottawa and everything like that. And they wouldn't let him go.
What is Sundin was a Nordique and traded him to Toronto for Wendell Clark.
Actually, just reading this here, Lindros nearly became a Ranger for Tony Alexei Kovalev, John Van Beesbrook, and Doug Waite.
Van Beesbrook, there's another guy that played for Ottawa at one point.
So did Kovalev.
So did Kovalev, so did Sergei Gonchar.
Gonchar was great in Ottawa. Gonchar, everyone doesn't realize, Gonchar is the reason why Carlson is Carlson.
I would say
Before
Philip Kuba was more so that reason.
So
Philip Kuba played with Carlson too.
So Ottawa and Toronto are good fluffers,
Philip
if
Kuba.
you will. They're getting ready.
Gonchar was if you ask Carlson, even Carlson will probably admit Gonchar was why Carlson really went to that elite level, playing with Carlson for like 2-3 years.
My favorite.
But yeah, Kuba was a good partner for Carlson as well. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Go ahead. I apologize.
I was just going to say, on a maybe sort of a tangent topic, my favorite hockey name, sort of comedic hockey name, was Hammerlick.
Hammerlick.
I don't know. If there was a kid in my class when I was young named Hammerlick, he never would have heard the end of it.
I honestly think Ottawa's season that they should have won, again, everyone knows 2007, but I think it was honestly lost. The second Hasek got injured. And that was the year we won.
Now, Ottawa also had Rod Klinkhammer playing for them for a while. He had an awesome last name.
Yeah, Klinkhammer.
And Ben Blood. I wanted Ben Blood to play one game for the Ottawa Senators so I could get a Blood jersey. Because the NHL won't let you write Blood on the back of their jersey. The second he plays one game, they have to let you do it. Now, in the 25 years Ottawa's been an NHL team, they've had 37 goalies.
Yeah. Well, like I said, Anderson's done a lot for us, man, but I'm telling you, our main reason for the losing streak, I'm sorry, he's got an 8.8 save percentage right now, and we're scoring goals. He's just not, other than the last two games.
We don't have
Rhino,
any left.
I got to say that percentage you just gave is sort of psychiatric, right?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man, but he's playing
37 in 25 years. That's crazy.
So here we go. This was Ottawa's goalies for everybody. Some of them only played a couple games, but They've had Craig Anderson, of course, Alex Auld, who was like Craig Anderson's twin.
Yep.
Mike Bales, whoever the fuck that guy was. Tom Barrasso.
LeClaire.
Don Beaupre from fucking Washington played for them.
LeGlass, come on.
Daniel Berthume, who was the second goalie that came to them from the Hartford Whalers. Ben Bishop, Craig Billington, who also came to them from New Jersey.
Worst trade ever was the Ben Bishop trade, man. Worst trade ever in Senators history.
Mike Brodeur, Mike Condon, Chris Drager, Brian Elliott, Ray Emery, Mike Fountain, Martin Gerber, Andrew Hammond, Dominic Hasek, Jon Herne, Mark LaForest, like half these people I don't even remember. Patrick Lalline, Simon Lajeunesse, Nathan Lawson, Pascal Leclerc, Robin Leonard, who was another bad trade for Ottawa.
He's a bad
No, that
trade.
was a great trade. Fuck Leonard. Leonard can go to hell.
Darren Natalie,
Yeah,
Curtis McKinnell, whatever the fuck, Toronto's backup. Mike Morrison, there was another bad trade, Mike Morrison.
Dude, Leonard turned into Colin White, man. Colin White. Sorry, not Colin White. What's his name? White there. We had Colin White. That was a different player. Who's
Matthew
the new
O'Connor.
one?
Colin White's the new one. Todd White was the old one.
Yeah, Colin White. Colin White is the Robin Leonard trade. It's the first round we got for him.
Damian
So I'm
Rose,
fine with Leonard
Peter
gone.
Storkovitz, Ron Tugnut, and Steve Weeks.
Tugnut's right up there too.
Yeah.
My favorite baseball name is Albert Pujols.
No, but you guys in Toronto should. You guys in Toronto should be pretty happy. You guys in Toronto should be pretty happy. It was 20 years of pure shit play, but honestly, it took you 20 years, and I think Austin Matthews is pretty much proven that he's going to be a superstar. The only issue
for someone else, they're going to ruin them and trade them. Watch.
I don't think they're going to ruin him and trade
whatever
him.
you want.
I'm more worried about Austin Matthews maybe not wanting to stay in Toronto. That's what I think might happen.
Oh,
I think
that's
Austin,
their MO. It's Toronto. That's what they do. They'll ruin him psychologically, and someone else will get him, and he'll play amazing. Watch.
just let you know, me and Chad are really hoping that Austin Matthews wants to leave Toronto. Just letting you know.
Yes, Jason.
I don't care. I don't really care.
I remember Wade Redden quite well, and I remember how they decided to sign Wade Redden instead of keeping Zdeno Chara because they could only keep one of them. That was the biggest
but
mistake they
Zdeno
made.
Chara wanted to leave, man, because Zdeno Chara wanted to be captain.
Honestly,
and Albertson was going to be captain. And
I've
so
only
Zdeno Chara said he's
vaguely
gone.
heard of this Matthews guy and how good he is. I know nothing about him, but I watched the Leafs for like 30 years or 35 or whatever, and it's what they do. They'll trade him for Rick Vibe.
I don't think they'll trade him. I think he'll leave at the end of his contract.
I remember the best trade Ottawa made. One of the better trades Ottawa ever made was the Brian Berard for Wade Redden trade, because Brian Berard went on to do nothing.
Yeah,
But
Wade Redden
I do feel bad for Brian Berard because he was a great hockey player, and all he wanted to do was play hockey, and he took that stick to the face that basically destroyed his eye, and then he was going to get insurance through the NHLPA, but he wanted to play, so he had to sign a waiver that he wouldn't get insurance for the rest of the days that he could have a career to play now, and he played for like 2 years before he couldn't play anymore.
I think Wade Redden was the best cokehead that ever played the game.
Bob Probert.
No, the best
Bob Probert,
cokehead that ever played the game was Grant Fuhr.
Was who?
Grant Fuhr.
Here.
Yeah, Grant Fuhr, for sure.
Best
Yeah,
cokehead
yeah.
to ever play the game, Grant Fuhr.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the Coke.
He really was.
No, but people don't realize that Ottawa had a huge coke epidemic in like 2008. We had Ray Emery, Wade Redden, and Brian McGrattan snorting up like half the coke in Canada on our team. It's hilarious.
It's terrible.
I remember when Ottawa played Jeremy Yablonski. It made me not respect Ottawa as a hockey team for a bit, but it made me laugh at the same time because Jeremy Yablonski was an MMA fighter and they just put skates on him and put him on the ice.
That was a good season when we had what was his name there, the Greek guy, where his sister sang the national anthem, which was horrible. Kopechnik, and we had Kopechnik, we had Matt Kartner, We had like
Are
18
you
fighters.
talking of fucking Zenon Konopka?
Yeah, Zenek Kapakma or whatever. Yeah, I can't say his fucking
He
name.
lives here in the Falls.
I got a question for a drunken one. If he can hear me, he looks muted.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hey, have you ever seen? I only ask you this because you're from Texas, and
Okay.
there's no hockey teams down there, right?
Yeah, there's Dallas.
I'll be off.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Down here.
Be off in like.
But anyways, have you ever seen the movie?
No, I'm gonna turn down. Don't worry.
What's the
Promise. 5 minutes. Love you.
I'm gonna come back.
the classic Canadian or the hockey movie,
So you don't hear it.
the Charlottetown Chiefs?
I haven't watched many movies.
Malton, help me out. What's the movie?
What?
I know you were just talking to your old lady there.
My wife was talking.
Yeah. The Charlottetown Chiefs. What's that freaking movie called? I can't.
Oh, you're talking about Slapshot.
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 Okay.
Have you ever seen the movie Slapshot, brother?
No, my wife probably has it because she like has everything.
Watch it, because that movie is all about old time hockey. Like
Is
I'm
it?
talking about, man.
Okay.
You'll laugh
I
your
think
ass.
it's the only good hockey movie ever made, other than Goon, and the second one was horrible.
Slapshot, you called it? All right.
Yeah, man.
Slapshot is hysterical. It's like old, like lower tier leagues. It's almost like a beer league, but just above it.
But
It's hysterical though.
yeah, it's comedy, but it's very close to how it used to be, man.
Nice.
I'm not
Okay.
even kidding. But
My
very
wife-
overdone. But you know,
Okay, yeah, I wrote it down.
You'd expect,
Yeah, I'll have to give that a look.
just like you'd expect from anything that's being stereotypical, the French Canadian is the goalie.
Okay, right.
what's that dude's name? Paul Newman. Yeah, he's in that
Yep.
movie.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of Paul Newman.
Yeah, he's the main character.
Nice.
So I'm gonna tell you. I'm sorry to get off the hockey track, but I'm gonna tell you. Out of the two of the Dickerson's brewery, the Two Brothers brewery, I am really liking this Imperial Stout over the Imperial IPA comparison to the Stout, and that's a real first for me. As Chad knows me, I'm a Stout guy. I'm not a big IPA guy, but
Yeah, I like
this
that.
stuff is really, really good. I'm really liking it, and it's a nice dark IPA. It's not one of like I don't know very much about IPAs, but normally aren't they kind of like more of a golden like, kind of
Come on, girl.
golden white color?
It kind of depends. The fruitier ones are more goldenish and sometimes even hazy because they're so dense with hops. The traditional ones.
Look, I've been drinking this. I've been drinking this for 20 minutes, and look at the head.
It's still around, eh?
It's still there.
Nice.
That's incredible.
Yeah, where the traditional IPAs are a little darker and not quite so
Yeah.
fruity.
Look how dark this fucker is too.
Very
really
dark.
nice, like
It
amber.
really
Yeah.
is, yeah.
It's really
Yeah,
good.
That sounds like more of a traditional and less of the really fruity ones. You said you didn't
Yeah,
like
it's
the
really
really
nice.
fruity kind, so yeah, you probably like the more traditional IPAs.
I'll show you
It's
something
got a
traditional.
nice hoppiness. It's got a nice hoppiness without making me pucker up.
There
You
you
know,
go.
it's not too bitter.
Right,
I just
right.
grabbed my last beer of the night, and it's fairly traditional.
OV.
Old Jack.
Nice.
And I gotta take a pill while I drink that.
You know, I was
Take
in,
your antipsychotic.
I was in the beer
No, I
store.
don't have those anymore.
You don't have the antipsychotics anymore. Dude, so the only thing I'm worried about my Route 66 trip is I'm deadly afraid of fucking flying. I hate flying. And
Oh,
my-
don't even get me started. I got to fly 12 hours on Sunday.
Oh, I fucking hate
That
flying.
was
I'm
your
taking
choice,
the
man. That was your choice.
I only got 3 weeks off of work in July. So I'm taking the motorcycle all the way to California, but then I got to fly back. And my wife is all like, she's all scared because she's like, oh, you're gonna be driving for like 21 days. I'm like, I'm not worried about that. The only thing I'm worried about is the flight back. I don't want to fucking fly, man. I bought my ticket today and I'm still shitting bricks. Like it's in July. and all I can think about is getting on a fucking plane, and I don't want to get on a fucking plane. I don't know.
Yeah.
You should come to Niagara Falls. All of you should come to Niagara Falls May 26th. I'm not going to say why, but you should all be here.
You're probably gonna die.
Yeah, I hate fucking flying. No, man, the reason why I hate flying is I was on a plane, WestJet, from St.
Dude,
Martin's.
you ride your motorcycle out to California?
Yeah, I'm taking the motorcycle from Montreal to Chicago, and then I grabbed Route 66 all the way to Santa Monica.
Well, what are you driving from Chicago?
Pardon?
What are you driving from Chicago?
My motorcycle.
Yeah, so you're driving from Montreal to California on your motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know how
my
much
wife is calling again.
Do you know how
She
much
likes
more
being annoying.
Do you know how much more dangerous that is than flying one flight across?
No, because I'm in control of my bike. So if shit goes wrong, I fucking...
No, you don't
It's my
control
fault. I'm
the
not
other
in control of the
maniacs out there, though. Do you understand
I'm
what
not
I'm
in control of
saying?
the plane. Yeah, my wife is fucking calling. She's being annoying. Jesus
Sorry,
Christ.
I just had to say, man, driving your motorcycle across the continent is very dangerous. Please be careful.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, bro.
That
I
is
can't.
the
She's
kind
calling me
of
like
word.
nonstop. She's trying to be a bitch.
Yeah,
I didn't hear what he said.
I'm leaving Sunday for Hawaii, so it's Toronto to Vancouver, or Vancouver to Hawaii.
Oh. What are you doing in Hawaii, if I may ask?
Sitting on a beach drinking blue drinks out
Yeah.
of pineapples.
Yeah, take a Xanax. Fuck, get there. You'll be fine. I don't know.
Yeah, take a Xanax. Everything will be good.
I don't know. If I was going to Hawaii, I'd find a way.
I don't know. My longest flight ever has been only like 2.5, 3 hours. So yeah, the 12 hours to get there is gonna kind of like push me to the edge.
See, you know what? I've never flown a long flight like that either, so now it's sinking in. Yeah, good luck to you. Really, you don't know who you're going to sit next to either, right?
Well, probably my girlfriend on one side and God only knows on the other.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll be a naked albino on the other side. Which won't even be me. It'll be some other albino.
I was about to ask.
Or it'll be some guy like me or Malted that look like we're from Iran.
Chet Mustang says Slapshot is the best sports movie, and it's semi-pro hockey, which is still that violent. And he's right, semi-pro hockey is disgustingly violent. And we're talking like below the AHL, like the ECHL and shit like that.
Yeah, man, that's good hockey. Oh, let me tell a short story. You
All right.
just jarred a memory for me. When I was living in Kansas City, I was dating a Japanese young lady. She was from Japan, and she had never seen hockey before. And
She
so
gave special hand massages.
well, she's a doctor now.
The doctor of hand massage.
Yeah, right. Anyways, so I thought, I'll take her to a hockey game, right? So we get there, and we were there. We got down to our seat. We bought seats like maybe 3 rows from the ice, right in the corner. And we were about 5 minutes late getting there into the game. And we walked down to our seats, and we get in our seats, and we're sitting there for about, honestly, 2 or 3 minutes. And our conversation was, she turns to me and says, "Are hockey fights real?" She says, "These guys supposedly fight." She says, "Is it real? Are they really angry at one another?" And wouldn't the dude, the enforcer for the Kansas City Blades was named Dodie Woods. You could probably Google it. But anyways, he gets in this fight, smashing the boards right in front of us. I mean, 10 feet away from us. and just totally cleans this guy's clock. And they go down to the ice, and they get up, and the dudes, and Doty's gets up, and he's going, right? And the crowd's going crazy. And the other dude finally gets up, and he's all decrepit and bloody mess, and he turns towards the crowd, us, and spits out one of his teeth. And I'm like in the aisle, I'm going, yeah. And I said to her, yeah, that's real, baby. Yeah, you don't get teeth hit the glass in other sports. Anyway, sorry, you just jarred that memory for me. Sorry. I would have never remembered that otherwise. Please forgive me.
There's one great thing about hockey is it makes every other athlete in the world feel like a pussy.
Yep.
82 game schedule, plus you got another 3 months of fucking playoffs. Fighting's legal, hitting's legal. And then you're seeing guys on the basketball court that do a jump shot and land on their ankle,
and
then they're being carried off the game in a stretcher.
Yeah, exactly.
They're gone for a month.
But I think Rhino had mentioned the ECHL. It was one of those leagues, you know what I mean? It was sub-NHL, the farm teams, you know, and it's just like, boy, these guys were just, they'd kill it. They'd kill their grandma to get to the NHL, you know?
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
They're not shoplifting in Beijing.
I don't even care about that shit.
I'm just saying that's a joke.
To me, honestly, man, I honestly, as a Canadian, I don't get this whole, like, I'm just being honest. Maybe the drunken one can get me in on this, but I don't get this whole, like, racial divide shit that they got in the States. It's like, it's fucked up.
No, that's manufactured. That's manufactured from the top.
Yeah, but you can't be like judging an entire race by the actions of a couple of people all the time. In the States, they love to fucking, like, anytime a black person does something wrong, it's like they try to put it out there almost like every black person has to apologize for what one black person did.
Well, don't stereotype the South into that necessarily, and the bad news sells better than good news, and that's why they do what they do. No, I mean there's asshole white people just as much as there's asshole Mexicans or blacks or
just assholes.
Whatever else. Don't stereotype us all into hating blacks.
I'm not stereotyping you. I'm saying the media. I'm saying the media. Like when I watch it, anytime a black person does something wrong, it's like it plays on the media for a week. But that fucking asshole in Las Vegas that shot 60 fucking people or whatever, I don't know, 120.
I so agree with you.
He was a white boy, and that was off the news in 3 days.
Right,
you know?
exactly.
It's like, the black kid stole a fucking Gucci watch.
That didn't
all
have
over the news for a month.
Listen, that didn't have to do with race. That was
Let's be honest.
Dude, can I say something? That was off the news in 3 days because Mandalay Bay and MGM are a huge corporation, and there's a lot of liability hanging in the wind there, and they're trying to avoid liability lawsuits. That's why that guard waited and went on, what was that, the lesbian show?
Ellen,
yeah. That's why that happened that way too. Believe it. Money.
Right. No, I agree with what you're saying. I never thought about it that way, but you're so right.
I am going to pull us
Malted, forgive me
right now. We're going to stay chatting, so you guys have the join link. Come join us. But yeah, we're going to go off the air now. Bye-bye.